What's up, AJ? What's up, Leslie? All right, so what's up, DS? All right, guys, I didn't get enough sleep last night. Let me know anything you see moving. I see Cassie. GameStop has their annual shareholder meeting today, so we're gonna be covering that. APRN is trying to gap up. We got like Chewy that dropped earnings yesterday. Immx is moving a little bit in pre-market this morning. It's at 260s. All right, so yeah, today the GameStop annual shareholder meeting happened. I believe it's at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and GameStop investors are patiently waiting for this. The big talk of this meeting is whether shareholders are going to vote on a stock split. If that happens, would you support it? Let me know. In other gappers, we have Immx gapping up on some type of catalyst. Pick up in Zynga. GameStop did drop earnings. It was mixed results. They had worse than expected EPS yesterday. We did cover them in our earnings stream. And yeah, they had mixed results. Again, they had worse than expected EPS, lower than expected EPS, but they did have better than expected sales numbers. And so it was considered mixed results for GameStop yesterday. You can see it's currently at 121. It hasn't really done much since the earnings were released. And I think most people are waiting for the shareholder meeting today. The earnings call was very short, as it always is. We had some traders accusing me of not watching the last GameStop earnings report. I actually streamed it, so we actually have it live on stream from 2 months ago when it was. So yeah, I mean, we definitely watched it. But regardless, Immx is at 270s. We're keeping an eye on that. Bullish or bearish on GameStop today for the shareholder meeting? Let me know. We got Redbox at 602s. We got AMC at almost $13. I don't see a catalyst for Immx. I'm looking this up right now. I don't actually see a catalyst here. We also have AMC Redbox, BIG, APRN. Yeah, what's up, Richard? What's up, Hussein? Yeah, Mullen got absolutely beat up, man. Here's Mullen. There goes Immx testing the highs of pre-market right now. Look at Immx at 280s. 280s testing the highs of pre. Hey, what's up, Rick? And the last time I looked at crypto, it was falling. And Bitcoin down under 30K. I see that, like, Immx testing the highs of pre-market. Yeah, I heard the podcast wasn't great. I mean, it was a very niche podcast, AJ, you know. What happened, though, during that podcast? My question. What happened? Yeah, what podcast was he on? Here it is, the Risk On podcast. Yeah, I did hit 80,000 subscribers today, guys, or yesterday. So, listen, I really appreciate it. We did it 80,000. Careful trashing BitNile. Todd Alt, the CEO, is known to sue random nobodies for trashing them online. Really, bro? I mean, I see Milton Todd Alt. I mean, what is this guy? Somebody explain. I don't even see the Mullen CEO. I don't even see the Mullen CEO episode, which was supposed to be yesterday, right? I'm looking at the Risk On podcast. I don't even see the Mullen, unless he didn't even title him. I see Joshua Caspi. That's not the CEO, right? Why would you sue random people? Like, who cares, bro? You know how much smack talk people talk about me? You know? That's part of life on the internet, dude. You know? Hey, what's up, GM? Yeah, I get a plaque at 100K. That is petty. Yeah, so Mullen, I don't even see the Mullen podcast guy. Milton. I mean, to be honest, this Milton dude looks like a meme. He really does. This Milton dude looks like a meme. Doesn't he? I mean, this is him. That's him. Yeah, GameStop earnings call was yesterday. I mean, it was only about 10 minutes. Yeah, like listen, like we hosted that GameStop earnings call, bro, and like we had like 800 people there, you know, and like once the earnings call was actually done, I was like, wow, this earnings call was short, and everybody was just like, bro, this must be your first earnings call, and I was like, dude, I streamed the last one. Like, what are y'all talking about? I streamed the last one, but you know, let's not think about that. I actually have proof I covered the last one too. I streamed it live. Carol actually was here with me on the last one. So Carol was actually here on the last one covering the GameStop earnings call last time it happened. But regardless of it, shout out to the GameStop crew for helping me hit 80K. I really appreciate it. Outside of any of that, I appreciate you guys. Oh yeah, they hate us because they ain't us rich. You know, that's all it is. What's up, Leo? What's up, Hammer? Bro, does he not look like a meme, bro? I mean, I'm not even joking, dude. Does this dude not look like a meme? Is that not a meme, bro? Tell me, please. Yeah. I mean, he looks like a meme to me. But did he not even post the podcast, though? Where's the podcast? This is my question. Okay, so he was supposed to come on this show with Milton Todd off the third. He was supposed to come on this show. It was supposed to be the Mullen CEO, David McCreary. But I don't see it. I do not see it. So unless I'm missing the podcast, he put it on private. No? Unless I'm missing the podcast, he put it on private. Right? And he's got different podcasts up. Unless the... I mean, he doesn't really get that many views, old Milton. GameStop completely break even. Hey, what's up, Nurse? Spack. Yeah, what's up, Free? Oh, man. All right, guys. Immx is creeping up there. Hey. Yeah, I'm looking for the Nile thing. Yeah, sorry, Todd. Yeah, I saw the meme mania advertisement from the SEC. If y'all have not seen the SEC video, my problem with the SEC, guys. Okay, here's my issue with the SEC. Well, here's my issue with the SEC, bro. Are you using my tax dollars to make meme videos, SEC? Are you using my tax dollars to make meme videos? Is that what's going on here? Like, are my tax dollars being spent on your YouTube channel, SEC? Because I'm not okay with that. I don't like that. what's up, Wilton? Yeah, I mean, is my tax dollars getting spent on making fun of meme traders? Is that what my tax dollars is getting spent on, SEC? Because I gotta know. Okay. All right, guys. So GameStop at 121.50. All right, guys. All right, guys. All right, guys. So yeah, so we got Immx pulling back here. I might buy this dip small. What do you think? Like 25 shares of this? All right, yeah, we're in 25 shares right now of Immx. We'll see what happens. Small position. But we're buying the dip to the VWAP. We'll see if it holds. All right. All right, guys. So we did get a pop in Immx. Ford plane announcement. Yeah, Ford. So the shareholder meeting is supposed to be at 10 a.m., Shane. It's supposed to be at 10 a.m. So it's going to be in a few hours. So yeah, it'll be in about 3 hours. Ford. Yeah, Ford gapping up some. Look at Ford. Ford up to 1370s right now. Yeah, and they're supposed to vote on the stock split at the shareholder meeting, which is in a few hours. Yeah, no worries, Shane. Yeah, I'm looking at the catalyst for Ford. Ford plans major economic announcement at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So Ford spends $2,000 more per car than Tesla. CEO Farley isn't happy. So yeah, but Ford's planning some big announcement at 9 a.m. Eastern. So that's in about 2 hours. At 9 a.m. Eastern, Ford's planning this announcement. We are getting a rip up in Immx. We'll take a little piece off and then hold our 10 shares and maybe add back on a dip or something in case it does run. What's up, Martin? All right, we're going to do a poll right now. All right, so we are up in IMMX. Small trade, though, right now. I mean, it's not a big trade. We could add back to IMMX. I don't know. Let me know if you think I should. I don't know. Let me know if you think I should. All right, so we're back up here for IMMX. I don't see a catalyst for IMMX. If you guys know why this one's moving, let me know. Vote on the poll right now. Let me know if you're bullish or bearish on GameStop ahead of their annual shareholder meeting. All right, guys. So IMX dipping down now. We're going to add to this here. Right back. We already got a little cushion, so we can add a little bit. All right, guys. So yeah, we bought the dip in IMMX. We do have Ford going up. They're supposed to make some special announcement at 8 a.m. We got Mullen, which dipped a little bit in that CEO meeting, but I still can't find the replay of that podcast with Mullen CEO on the All In or whatever it is podcast. I can't find it. If you guys know where it's at, let me know. All right, guys. So we're in IMMX. We're gonna see if this holds. Why would you buy Amazon before the split today? The split's tomorrow. Splits tomorrow, I think. And if we look at Amazon here, I mean, here's Amazon. Amazon's been ramping up every day ahead of this split. People are pretty optimistic. Hey, what's a big deal? Hey, what's up, Pawn? Cincinnati. GFAI spiking up a little bit here in pre. Look at GFAI. It's up some, but the volume's pretty light there still. I didn't get enough sleep last night, man. I'm running on no sleep. We got AMC up there to 1280s. We're break even on our IMMX trade. I don't see a catalyst for IMMX either. I don't see anything. I don't see any reason it's up. Still looking at Mullen. Here's the SPY itself. So the market itself is slightly green today. We're back up to 411s, which is great. It's kind of what we needed here. And then IMMX is pulling back. But again, I don't see an actual catalyst here. I don't know why this is gapping up as a whole in the first place. Now, here's an interesting GameStop stat here. Is that millions of shares have been registered with CompuShare since their last earnings statement. Now, if you don't know what CompuShare is, it's a little bit tricky to explain, but I'll do my best to. It's a place where you can essentially hold your shares and make yourself a direct registered shareholder with CompuShare. Since GameStop's last earning release, they have had millions of registered holders, basically, with CompuShare. And so the ape community is using that as a pretty optimistic sign in GameStop. Now, the annual shareholder meeting is today. It's supposed to be at 10 a.m. And, GameStop did drop earnings yesterday with having mixed results. They had worse than expected EPS. I believe they expected like $1 and something, and they showed $2 and something loss. Yeah, here's the actual GameStop numbers here. GameStop posted a first quarter loss per share of $2.08. First quarter sales of $138. If you want to see like their actual miss versus hit targets, their first quarter EPS was $2.08, loss per share, missed the 145 estimate. Sales of 138 billion, beat the 132 estimate. So better than expected sales, worse than expected EPS. How do you become a registered holder? Well, you transfer your shares to CompuShare. CompuShare is a transfer agent to a range of companies from, there's just a lot of big companies that they hold shares are. They're the transfer agent or registrar to a bunch of different companies. Johnson & Johnson is one. There's a bunch of other ones. You can become a registered shareholder and manage your holdings through CompuShare by, switching them over. You can also buy shares directly through CompuShare. Registered shareholders are people that hold shares directly in their own name on the company register. And with that, since the last GameStop earnings release, there's had millions of direct registered shares on there. So again, Ape community is using that as a pretty optimistic sign. If you want the links, I can give you them, CT. Yeah, here's the main link you probably want to look at if you're wanting to do that. Yeah, does anybody actually have the link? What's up, Big Deal, Captain Matty? What's up, Matty? Does anybody actually have the link to the Mullen CEO interview? Does anybody actually have the link? And so we bought this dip in Immx, and it kind of worked. What was that noise? Anybody hear that? All right, so we bought the shares of Immx, and it worked, kind of. The SPY should do well with the announcement that they'll be upping the production of oil. Might be flat. Yeah, we can look at other oil plays. The SPY is up nicely today. Here's IMPP, INDO. I shouldn't have sold my Disney position, or I did sell my Disney position yesterday. Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know. It looks like it was the right move, though. IMTX is gapping up some right now. But the volume's pretty light on the gap up. We got RPTX at 1050s. Pretty low volume gap, though. GMDA. Cassie, which looks like a reverse split of some sort. We got Path. We got APRN. GFAI gapped up some too. Is at 62 cents. I'll look up the reason for GFAI's gap. The reason GFAI gapped is because they announced that they announced a letter of intent to acquire 12 additional robotic companies. So yeah, here's the catalyst for GFAI. Yeah, but was he the actual host, John Smith, or was he the actual host, or was he just covering it from somewhere else? Like, I guess that's the question. Was he the actual host, or was he covering it from somebody else? How about Johnny Depp winning? How about that? It's good for the world. It truly is. It's good for the world if JD wins, Somebody asked me a really good question yesterday on the live stream. And I want to ask you guys the same question. Which crypto has been worse, Luna or Shiba Inu? And if you want to hear my specific answer to this question, it's pretty simple. Or which crypto is better, Shiba or Luna? And here's my answer to this question. We're going to add a little bit more to Immx. We're not going to add any more than this. We just added another 10 shares. We're at 30 shares. Here's my answer to that. On which crypto is worth, Luna or which crypto is better, Shiba or Luna? I think that Luna, ironically enough, has more utility. Ironically enough, Luna has always had more utility because Shiba Inu doesn't actually do anything. There's no real utility with Shiba Inu. It's just getting hyped up. There's no actual underlying use for it, which makes me incredibly bearish long-term for Shiba Inu. I know that's not what some people want to hear. It just doesn't have a use case. It doesn't actually have a specific defined purpose. Yeah, some people use it, and, Mark, what's his name? The Mavericks owner used it to let people into Mav games and stuff like that. But like Shiba Inu has no actual use, or maybe that was Dogecoin. And so, but if we're looking at the overall negative effects on the crypto community, Luna is obviously the worst one in that situation. Luna has been drastically negative on the crypto community as a whole. Luna single-handedly dropped the crypto market. Yeah, for sure, Zero. Yeah, I think it's really telling. Like, here's the thing, man. I think it's really telling. I think human nature is to have a certain amount of bias towards your own gender. I think that's human nature. I think that's biological. I think that's human nature. It's inevitable. We're not going to be able to, we're always going to have a certain amount of bias towards our own gender. And so the fact that I saw a lot of females, the fact that I saw a lot of women defending specifically Johnny Depp was very telling in this case. I saw a lot of women defending Johnny Depp in this situation. And, it's bad when that happens, So, yeah, I think the right person won. Amber Heard is never going to work in Hollywood again. Obviously, nobody's going to hire her. And if I was her, I don't know what I would do. Yeah, well, Luna, Chris, here's the thing, though. Luna has been worse in the crypto community, but Luna 2.0 is out. We actually covered it on our crypto stream yesterday. Luna 2.0 is out. They basically got it's a completely different chain than the previous one, and it's no longer an algorithmic stablecoin, is what they're saying. So it's no longer an algorithmic stablecoin, which was the big flaw of the previous one. I don't think algorithmic stablecoins are ever going to work. I just don't think that they're going to work. They're not stable enough for, stuff like that. I think the future of stablecoins is stuff like Tether, but Tether's got its own problems too. But yeah, I heard they did as well. I don't know, man. I don't think she makes enough money. I think she's probably got Elon paying for stuff, DS, if I'm being completely real. I think Elon's probably paying for a lot of things. And I don't think the Elon Musk drama helped here. I don't think the Elon Musk drama helped Amber right now. I think it actually made it a lot worse. I think that Elon is getting a lot of hate right now, and I think that trickled over to Amber as well, since Amber, kind of, might have cheated on Johnny Depp with Elon. And so I don't think that helped her at all. But I think Elon's probably paying for her lawyer and legal fees. But I don't think Amber Heard makes as much money as we think she does. Like, let me see how much she made for Aquaman. All right, so $4 million for Aquaman 3. She only received $2 million for Aquaman 2, and less than that for Aquaman 1. And so I'll put this into perspective, okay? She owes Johnny Depp $12 million, or it's like $13 million, something like that, right? That is literally 5 times more than she made in Aquaman 2. 5 times more. More than she made. It's like 15 times more than she made in Aquaman 1. And so this $13 million, you know, payment to Johnny Depp is big for her. She's not rich, man. She's not some super actress that has been around making millions for a long time. She's just not that active in acting. You know, I always kind of liked Amber Heard. I always kind of had a crush on Amber Heard when I was younger, specifically from Never Back Down. You know, she looked good in Never Back Down. You know what I mean? But like now, it's just yeah. Yeah, and I think if we're talking about specifically, this is I'm talking a little bit too much about the trial. We got Immx here. We're in 15 shares. We got GFAI up there. We're looking at AMC. We got Mullen here. Hey, what's up, JB? I don't think he'll forgive it. I think he'll hold it over, you know. Yeah. Well, I don't think giving people 20% every year was sustainable. I just don't think it's sustainable. There's a lot of ways you could take advantage of that. Um, and so, specifically talking about Anchor Protocol, I don't think she's. I don't think. I don't think that that was ever going to be sustainable. 20% a year is ludicrous sum, you know, and there's no guarantee that that's going to happen. And so I think 20% a year with Anchor Protocol and all the stuff going on with Luna, I just think that, man, that's not sustainable. 20% is a lot, you know. Um, you put up 10 million, you're going to tell me that they're going to give me $2 million every year if I put up 10 mil. That's a lot, you know. That means I get 100% every 5 years. Again, the risk is obviously what it showed, which is, you know, what would hunt? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, space. I'm just talking about it because it's relevant. The trial results came out. I'm not going to only talk about trading here, brother. I hope you understand. Like, occasionally we're going to talk about other stuff. This should be normal. I'm not really picking sides. I don't even know who was right or wrong in that situation. I really don't. I mean, I don't know. Uh, yeah, so Amber Heard's net worth, which means that all of her assets plus is only 8 mil. And so she's literally having to pay close to 2 times her net worth, you know? So, like, it's a lot. Yep. It was the most watched trial. Yeah, I mean, hey, it was a big trial, man. Carol was even into it, you know? All right, anyways, GameStop at 122s. They dropped their earnings yesterday. And these are the GameStop earnings. Ford is up to 1370s. Mullen's still dipping here after the CEO. I like your channel, but I don't think you're a beginner. Keep it up. Hey, thank you, bro. Yeah, I'm not a beginner, man. I've been trading for longer than most. Take your favorite stock guru right now. I've been trading longer than them, whoever that is. You know, only a handful of people that probably got me beat in terms of how long they've been trading. I've been trading for like over 5 years. Been streaming on YouTube for a long time too. Yeah, Chewy had great numbers as well. Yeah, I didn't follow it super closely. I followed it on social media, but that's it. Uh, all right, so we are getting a dip in IMMX. Yeah, Ford is making a big announcement today. It's got to be a good announcement, right? And I think most people are buying up Ford. Should I buy some Ford shares ahead of this announcement? Usually these announcements are good. It could just essentially backfire on me, though. What do you guys think? Should I buy some Ford shares? Oh, no, no, no. No, no, that's not what I wanted. What's a safe amount of Ford shares here? Okay. So unless they're going to be doing an offering, which I couldn't imagine they would, right? Lows are $12 here. Should I buy some Ford? I'm kind of tempted to. I might. We're in 30 shares of Ford. We'll see what happens. I bought some, so probably not A. We'll have misery together, sir. Or no. Sorry, that's you, Leslie. We'll have misery together, Leslie. It's all good. Ford is cheap, let's be real. Yeah, I mean, it's cheap, but it's also got a big float. So it's like, yeah, it's cheap, but relative to float size, I mean, it's got 4 billion shares in the float, you know? Market cap of Ford's 54 billion right now. So, I mean, I wouldn't call that incredibly cheap, but I mean, relative to like the last year, I think it's pulled back a pretty heavy amount. I think Ford will be fine, obviously. It's gonna be at It's gonna be at 8 a.m. or at 9 a.m. Quack, 9 a.m. Yeah, so it's 9 a.m. right now. So the Ford announcement's gonna be at 9 a.m. And again, we purchased some shares ahead of that. My question, guys, is somebody please help me out here. Somebody please help me out here. Okay, serious question. All right, Mullen guy. The Mullen guy was supposed to be on a podcast yesterday. It was supposed to be on the Milton Todd Alt the third show, but I don't see anything, man. I don't see anything from this dude. Maybe it was here. Oh no, let me see. He didn't even put Cliff Notes. Oh wait, here's the Mullen dude. Okay, so the Mullen dude did come on the show. There he is. Is that him? For gosh sakes, man, put on a freaking collared shirt, bro. You're on a freaking podcast, man. You're like 60 years old, dude. 50 years old, man. Put on a freaking collared shirt or something, man. Listen, I'm not mad at you if you wear freaking t-shirts. Like, listen, wear a t-shirt. I'm pretty casual, Like, I despise those people in the stock world that are sitting at home on their computer, but they're wearing a freaking suit on stream, on video, just desperate to look professional. It's just kind of like, bro, y'all get out of here, man. Like, listen, I'll wear a freaking robe to my stream, okay? But I'm not the CEO of a freaking EV company, Like, put on a freaking collared shirt, bruh. You know what I mean? Like, this dude's got like a band t-shirt. Like, bro, you're the CEO of a freaking, How big's the cap of Mullen? You're the CEO of a 500 million market cap stock. Put a freaking collared shirt on, bruh. Um, it would be a mistake not to buy meme stocks like Meta or Amazon or Nvidia. Are those meme stocks? Has the definition of meme stocks changed? They might be meme stocks. I like Nvidia. I like AMD too. You know. Yo, when you get money, do I really care what you think, bro? Honestly, no, man. Listen. Do y'all's thing, man. But it's not about that. It's not about caring. Okay, here's why you're wrong, Samsung. Okay, here's the problem: is that yeah, like I don't care what people think. That's fine. But I'm also not the CEO of a public company. Okay, when you got a public company, you gotta care what people think. You know, you're not the cashier at Walmart, bro. Like you're a freaking CEO of a 500 million market cap public company. If your company's public, you better care what people think, because guess what? Your company's public. You know, the people own you, and so you better care what they think. If you don't, you're not gonna succeed. And so my man gets on there in a freaking collar or in a freaking band T-shirt. Like, come on now, man. Yeah, you do. Yeah, that's the dumbest thing ever, Samsung. If you don't like my stuff, don't buy my stock. No, you're a public company, man. You gotta care what people think in a public company. That's the entire point of being public. Is you gotta care what people think, man. If you think that public companies don't care what people think, you are wrong, sir. Of course they do, because if they don't, then it'll impact the stock, and so they have to care what people think. Yeah. Hey. Listen, and I'm not Mr. Formal over here, bro. I mean, I'm in a hoodie every day, dude. I got a T-shirt on right now. I'm just saying, throw a collared shirt on, my brother. Wear a shirt, dude. It's at 10 a.m. Sosa. Oh, I'm a huge Nvidia ape, stock market boy. I love Nvidia. Hey, it's all love here, dude. Yeah, but you're a reflection of your product, Samsung. That's the thing, though, man. You're a reflection of your product, man. You know, like listen, throw on a collared shirt. If you're the CEO of a 500 million cap public company, throw on a collared shirt. If you're getting interviewed, man, don't put a band T-shirt on, okay? I get it. You're trying to look young. I understand, but like, you're the CEO of a $500 million company. You don't really want to look young, you know. But it's all love, yeah, for sure, Samsung. We can argue and then be friends, brother. It's all good, dude. It's all love here, man. Seriously, we're all gonna disagree sometimes. It's all good. Uh, so Elon wearing a cowboy hat is okay. WTF? Yeah, no, it's not okay, man. Elon should never do that. But there's a difference between Elon, who at this point in time, you know, is the richest man in the world. You know what I mean? There's a difference there. Listen, you got that type of FU money, but you're a struggling EV company that has a pretty small cap relative to all the other EVs in your pre-production. Bro, you better put on a collared shirt, sir. You know? That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna drink Master Chief now. Do you think he was trying to look young or possibly look comfortable like nothing is wrong? Um, I don't know. It's not just that. There's a lot of stuff that I feel like he's the wish.com version of Elon Musk is what I feel like. I feel like he's the wish.com version of Elon Musk. I feel like that's what he's trying to look like, but I think he's older than Elon, and you know, it just ends up looking like the meme with the dude in the hoodie that's old with the skateboard. That's like, "What's up, guys?" Like, y'all know what meme I'm talking about? I got to show you guys. He ends up looking like this meme. Yeah, everybody. I type in old guy skateboard meme. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. This is the meme I'm talking about. This is what old boy ends up looking like in this interview here. This is him right now. Okay, like this is what I see him as in this interview. You know, like this is him right now in this interview. Like, what's up, guys? That's what he comes off to me as. I don't know. That's probably why Mullen didn't do that well afterwards. Ooh, what is this drop from? I don't like that at all. But yeah, I ended up buying Mullen and lost a little bit into that. Hey, what's up, JoJo? Man, I'll respond to you every day, brother. Dude, I don't. No offense, JoJo. I don't even remember when you disagreed with me about day trading options. But that's certainly something that I'm not gonna hold against you, JoJo. It's all love here, man. That's certainly something. Like, listen, I have been trading long enough to understand that like people can make things work that I can't in trading. Like, you might be able to just make tons of money in niches of trading that I just get my butt kicked in, and that's okay. I'm not like that's obvious. Like, that's okay. Neither of us is right or wrong in that situation. I don't like day trading options. You do, and that's all right, man. It doesn't mean that you're not doing it right. It doesn't mean that I'm not doing it right. Dude, I'm not being mean, bro. I'm not being mean. I mean, listen. Yeah, I don't know, Del Rey. I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. I mean, he's on somebody else's show, but I don't know why you don't pump up your show. Yeah. I mean, I also think I have a problem. Like, listen, I'm not trying to just attack this dude's appearance, but I have a problem with the Elvis. Like, I feel like this dude is an Elvis impersonator when he's not building EVs. I've got a problem with the Elvis sideburns. Okay, like I think that's what's throwing me off about this dude is that it's just not. It's an interesting choice of appearance as a CEO, basically an automobile or tech CEO. It's just an interesting choice. This dude's got Elvis sideburns, guys. You know. And I'm not even joking here. He's got a T-shirt on and Elvis sideburns. I mean, y'all want me to not talk about his appearance here? I mean, look at this. This dude's got Elvis sideburns. I mean, listen, I like Elvis, bro, just as much as the next man. I'm just saying here. It's just a little odd. It's an odd choice. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate it, JoJo. Yeah, I get it, man. Listen, do his thing. He's trying to appeal to the small guy. Yeah, I mean, Elvis fan base is pretty big here. Yeah, exactly, Alejandro. You know what I'm saying, brother. You know, I feel like he's about to try to sell me a Pinto. He's about to sell me a freaking Ford Explorer. You know. All right, guys. So yeah, 122.30s. We got Immx at 260s. Slightly green. Mullen at 120s. We got Ford. Yeah, it's definitely a slow morning. MF. Man, look at MF, guys. MF Global ramping up here. Big catalyst. I saw a few people mention this one. This is Miss Fresh. MF. Float is. It doesn't say the float, but I gotta think it's kind of small. Anybody know what the float is of MF? I'm showing 28 to 100 million, so it's a pretty big range of float potential for MF here. I don't know. Right, an hour of media trading would help him. Right, for sure, bro. Listen. And why didn't the host ask him about the next big thing, instead ask about a free shirt multiple times? The sideburns definitely look 70s style with the Rockstar t-shirt. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not trying to just knock the dude's appearance. I'm really not. I'm saying it's an odd choice of appearance for a tech public company CEO to go on a show and look like that and act like that. I just think it's odd. Now, listen, let him do his thing. I hope Mullen succeeds. It's just strange. 204.7 million. Got you. 200 million. Okay. Yeah, 235 million. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm showing. I'm showing something like that. But big gap here. Big gap for MF. Let's see if a 35-cent level looks interesting, so we can watch that. All right, guys. So yeah, kind of a slow morning. Most in like stocks, we got MF. MF's the big gap. We got Immx that we're also in as well. So these two are probably the big penny stock gaps. We got Mullen from yesterday, and we got the GameStop annual shareholder meeting that is today. It was very unorthodox and or unprofessional. Yeah, for sure. What's up? What's up, Beach? Todd Alda, CEO of BitNile, not Mullen. The symbol for BitNile is NILE, right? Or no, that's Blue Nile. It's NILE. I don't know why this says Blue Nile. Okay, yeah, this is right. I mean, BitNile kind of ran a little bit in anticipation of that. Here's MF still holding. GameStop still over some big levels too. Yeah, DPW. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when DPW originally ripped. Invest in other companies, has a few Bitcoin mining rigs. All right, guys. Man, look at MF here, still ramping up, big moves. Again, the catalyst for MF. I don't see a catalyst here. Does anybody know? I mean, lockdown restrictions is what I'm hearing here. Chewy. Yeah, I don't know anything about Nile. Chewy at 2790s, guys. 2790s. You must be looking at the wrong data for Chewy ride. Maybe the wrong chart. Hey, what's up, George P? Yeah, look at 40-cent tap for MF here. MF just tapped 40 cents. Yeah, y'all hit that subscribe button. I do want to thank everybody here, specifically you guys, because like while we get some good views in other streams, you guys are my base of viewers, and I appreciate you guys fully. Thank you guys for helping me hit 80,000 subscribers. We hit 80,000 yesterday, so definitely appreciate the love and support, guys. Genuinely do. Shout out to my man Jonathan Edwards here for the really nice comment. And super friendly comment. All right, so we're in IMMX. We're almost break even here. We're down to 250s. Yeah, 80,000. Hey, y'all hit that like button. Yeah, Chewy. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, though, I mean, shipping products has gone up. Hey, thank you, Quack. Congratulations. Thank you for everything you do. You taught me a lot, and I learn more every day. Hey, thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys. Go Community Channel. Thanks, Spac. Thank you, T. Thank you, NCal. Yeah, I appreciate you all. Shout out to the ape community, too. They're really the ones that helped me hit it. So shout out to them. 41 cents. But I mean, again, regardless of what views I get in my other streams, you guys are my base of viewers. And so I appreciate you all for sure. Know anything about view on the gap scan? Where is view? Chewy started to move up a little bit. Chewy had good earnings. View is sideways. Completely sideways. Hey, you're welcome, Dustin. You know. Hey, what's up, CT? RPTX is trying to. RPTX is gapping up. The volume's just pretty light here. I'm not sure whether I should add to IMMX or not. Here's Redbox. Yeah, man, that was funny, Pawn. Yeah, we had like 900 viewers. Yeah, we had a bunch of people here for the GameStop earnings calls. The earnings calls are fun, man. Can y'all do me a favor? Hit that subscribe button. You know, easiest way to support the channel. If I add more to IMMX, let me know. I don't know. Yeah, GameStop was epic. What is your slowest month? What do you mean? Slowest month in what way? In trading? Summertime, right around now, is usually the slowest time of the market. The seasonal market. Hey, thank you, John. My favorite channel. Thanks for all you do and being a realistic trader. Definitely learned the most from this community. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, for sure. Definitely appreciate that, man. Appreciate the support for sure, John. But yeah, so the seasonal way of trading goes like this, right? So summertime is slow generally, not always. I mean, you never really know. Any time of the year, any month, something can just run and go crazy. We can get parabolic moves any month of the year, right? But generally speaking, in terms of just broader market activity, summertime is slow. Once the holiday months start to kick in, so specifically October, November, that's when the volume really keeps up, and it usually stays pretty steady and good until like January, early February, when it starts to slow down a little bit. Now that's been a little bit different in the past few years, but that's kind of how it goes. And then, you know, spring, summer, it's a little bit slower, and then again during the holiday months, it starts to ramp up a little bit. So yeah. All right, man. Look at MF. MF's just ripping up big. Yeah, I'm reading what Pawn says about the 3-day rule. I think that's interesting. Pawn says here there's a common theme where if a stock runs, it will be bullish for 3 days. Then traders get exhausted and the stock and movement becomes back down, kind of the reverse for big movers down. Doesn't happen all the time, but it's a common theme out there with stocks. Yeah, Mitch with Benzinga used to call it the rule of three. Him and I used to do a lot of content on the rule of three, something that he certainly believed in and talked a lot about. Great trader. But yeah. Uh, it depends on the niche of stock, though, in my opinion. Like, I think penny stocks are, I don't think 3 days is, I don't think they run for 3 days, generally speaking. I think most of the time a penny stock gap will look like this. If you look at even yesterday's gaps, right? So even if we look at yesterday's gap, so if we look at if you're investing in penny stocks, listen to this. Okay, this is why you got to be careful. All right, this is the usual gap for a penny stock. You get a big gap, correction back down. So first day it usually fails, and then we might have sideways action or break even. Another big run. Next few days is down. Even if we look at the trades from yesterday, right? If we look at the scan from yesterday here, and we see what moved yesterday during the regular market hours. Again, Mullen is one. Mullen ripped up. Put a 5-minute chart up. Mullen ripped up. Ramped up for the second day. On the second day, it crashed back down. If we look at anything really, what else about IMPP, which I know is oil, gap up, fail back down. So I think it's less than 3 and penny stocks, I think, a lot of the time, but I'll have to check it out. Maybe that could be right. It might be the 3-day thing. Any other runners that I could use as an example, let me know. There's Mullen. Redbox. Redbox is different, though. Redbox was an actual short squeeze. And you can see it here. The big high for Redbox is 10 or 11s. VTVT. Yeah. VTVT. There's a few of them yesterday. VTVT, TNXP. Yeah, here's VTVT. Gap up, fail. TNXP. Gap up, fail. And I can keep going. There's just a lot of stocks like this. Sega. I think Sega looks good. I don't think Sega's like that. I like Sega. Sega's volume hasn't been, moving a lot. It has some pretty interesting action, I think, in my opinion, for Sega. All right, so we're almost break even on the last few shares here. Yeah, MF finally dipping. Should I buy MF here? What kind of share size should I buy with this? Okay, so let's look at the range. Last 20 minutes or so, last 20 minutes, this thing has only moved really, we'll go with 35 to 55 for that. So this thing's got about a 5-cent range in the last 20 minutes. So we'll take 200 shares, 300 shares? All right, we're in 300 shares of MF. We'll see what happens. Immx is still moving up to try to test this high up there as well. Yeah, again, I'm going to clarify here. I do not want anybody to copy me. I'm not a professional trader or expert. I have no idea what any of these are going to do. And so don't copy me. Don't sue me. No idea what anything is going to do. All right, IMMX, we're back up to the VWAP here. Hey, good luck, NCal. Is it too late to get an MF? I really don't know, KB. Yeah, I saw RPTX. Lower volume, but it's starting to test these highs up here. Let's look at like 1120s. All right, guys. IMPP or IMMX is back up to close to break even. So is MF here. So we're in both of these. Yeah, I saw that SWW regarding Mullins, CEO here. Again, I talked about it earlier. People are mad that I was hating on the dude's appearance. I just thought the dude's appearance was odd for a CEO of a 500 million market cap company to do an interview as a public company CEO in a t-shirt and Elvis sideburns. Okay, I just thought it was strange. I thought it was odd. I thought he looked like the Wish.com version of Elon Musk. I just thought it was odd. I think that my man needs to throw a collared shirt on, bro, if you're getting interviewed here, man. If you're a public company, I mean, regardless of what you want to wear, you need to wear, I'm not one that likes to see a bunch of stock traders and stuff like that and gurus and suits. But if you're the CEO of a company that's going to get interviewed that could influence the price of your stock, you probably want to throw on a collared shirt, brah. You know what I mean? And so that's my big thing with that. But yeah, Mullen sitting at 125s. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Hit him with that skateboarder, brah. Is it bro or brah? Let me know. Which one's better? I'm kind of like an ex-skateboarder. I'm also from Louisiana. And so Louisianians, we tend to say brah a lot. All right, guys. IMMX dipping. We're in MF here. It's at 37.5 cents. Yeah, it probably went down because of that. I know. That's what I'm saying. People are mad. I'm talking about the dude's appearance. I'm being honest here, man. Like, I'm being honest about why I think people probably lost faith in the company. Like, listen, y'all can wear whatever y'all want. My man can wear whatever he wants, but he's a public company CEO. He better understand that whatever he wears is currently a reflection of that company. So you wear a t-shirt and Elvis bang or Elvis sideburns, bro. Your stock might drop, dude. Doesn't seem like the smartest move, in all honesty. To be honest, like I said, it looks like he's trying to copy Elon Musk, but like he's a little bit older than Elon, and so I don't know if that works for him. All right, let me know. Mullen up there. RPTX is at 11s. Yeah, but if you're a billionaire, you can do whatever you want, bro. I mean, that's what people got to understand here. Like, there's not a double standard. It's like, listen, if you're a billionaire, you could show up in a bathrobe, okay? And people will call you a genius for it. It doesn't matter if you're a billionaire, right? But if you're a struggling tech/automobile EV CEO, throw on a collared shirt, bro. Kind is up there to $3. We got HSDT from yesterday. Let me put the regular scanners back up in pre-market. There we go. How about our weed stocks? Which ones? Honestly, I'm skeptical that cannabis will ever get federally legalized. I'm not confident in either side really getting it done at this point in time, and I do think that there's going to be such a gray area in terms of cannabis consumption, specifically with the legalization of CBD and other non-Delta 9 THC derivatives, that ultimately it's gonna start to be so tricky for them to distinguish between the two that it's gonna help the legalization efforts in terms of like law enforcement and stuff like that. But really, I don't know. I'm just theorizing here. MF is at 37 cents. We're watching that. IMMX is at 260s. Dog or dog? No, I don't say dog anymore. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Larry? PDSB? Yeah, PDSB just spiked. It's at 405s. ABIO? We can take a look at it. I mean, I don't know much about this company, and it's pretty sideways, man. You know, which isn't bad or good. It's just no liquidity, no volume here for ABIO. I just don't know enough about it. Chewy at 28.11. So Chewy ripping up on good earnings numbers too. I agree. SPAC should be illegal. I mean, that's silly. Listen, if you're pro freedom and if you support less government intervention with things, you should support cannabis legalization regardless. You know, the problem I have is that you got people that drink beer at night or have a glass of scotch at night or drink coffee in the morning criticizing cannabis like it's some horrible, terrible thing, mostly because they've been fed government propaganda for the last 40 years and they're unable to distinguish what has been purely propaganda and what is actual truth regarding cannabis, unfortunately. And I think that stigma is unfortunate, and I think that when you really look at it, cannabis is right on par with coffee. It's certainly a far objectively less harmful drug than alcohol or anything like that, which is currently sold in gas stations around the country. And so I think when you look at the even standard of legalization, it's ludicrous the fact that cannabis is still illegal in a lot of states. It's just dumb. And honestly, something that the public is going to naturally consume regardless of its legalization status. People are going to consume it anyway. You're just hurting people by keeping it illegal. You know what I mean? And I've never really heard a good argument against it. The only argument against it is it's a gateway drug, but it's like the reason it's a gateway drug is because you have to go to an illegal drug dealer to buy the thing. And eventually that illegal drug dealer is going to be like, yo, you want to try this? Boom, gateway drug. You know, where if it was legal and you went to an actual licensed dispensary, you wouldn't have the gateway drug factor of it. And so they're literally arguing for legalization when they argue that it's a gateway drug. And it's just an unfortunate thing, man. It's an unfortunate thing. All right, so MF is starting to creep up. It's at 37.5 cents, 37.5 cents. Yeah. MF is at 37 cents. Well, the crazy thing is that we have cannabinoid receptors in our brain. And so it's like humans are, to a certain extent, hardwired to consume cannabis, you know, based off of the receptors we have. And so it's like, we're really arguing to criminalize that. It's just propaganda, man, you know. All right, MF is at 36.5 cents, 37 cents. We're in small 300 shares. We're still in Immx. I'm letting it try to work. Again, we're watching Mullen after the CEO. I'm going to now refer to him as Elvis. Elvis went on a podcast yesterday, and Mullen is at 126 right now. So we're going to see what happens there, too. Yeah, we have opioid receptors too because opioids have a use in the human brain. Like like, listen, if you're religious, you can go to the religious argument. Like, listen, if you're religious, okay, do you think if there is a God, do you think he'd prefer us to use some synthetic opioid that causes massive physical dependence? If you try to quit, you get super sick and all this stuff, or do you think he would rather you consume a naturally grown medicine that we have cannabinoid receptors for as well. Uh, I don't know. And I know we have opioid receptors too, because I think opioids serve a purpose medicinally, obviously. But yeah. All right, so MF is dipping down 35 cents. Yeah, but to be honest, JB, any study can be tweaked, and I'll put it this way: you can mold any type of statistic to your favor. You can make basically you can make any type of statistic say what you want it to say, and that's been very heavily used in the last 20, 30 years, and both sides. Both sides. They've done studies that said it was virtually harmless, and they've done studies that said it was the devil. You know what I mean? In the end, it's all just nonsense. You got to look at it objectively, I think. And I disagree there. I think people who abuse it, generally speaking, makes them lazy. Listen, I've known a lot of cannabis entrepreneurs that are far more successful than me and far more successful than most of the people here. I disagree there too. In fact, cannabis, to a certain extent, makes you more creative. There's a reason writers and artists prefer to use it. All right, guys, so I'm probably going to cut MF if it continues to dip. I'm still in Immx. Yeah, the main reason cannabis is still illegal is because of pharmaceutical and prison industry. Specifically, law enforcement doesn't want it legalized because they're going to lose a lot of their not only like arresting income, but their citation income as well. Even where it's decriminalized, they still cite people and charge them for it. And so they're going to lose a lot of revenue. And you're basically pushing for them to step on our rights to keep it criminalized, unfortunately. So the question is, what came first, success or the weed use? I don't think it matters, though. My point is, I don't think it matters. I think in the end, like I said, I obviously don't consume cannabis. I'm in Texas, and the risk reward here is just not good enough for me to justify using it. But I've known a lot of people that do, and it doesn't make them lazy. If anything, it's the equivalent of like some people use it at night to go to bed. To help them kind of wind down after a long day's work. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think morally it's fine, Again, I think I think there's a lot of hypocrisy from people that are against it, in terms of like the substances that they consume or in denial about on an everyday basis. If we're talking about legalizing drugs, what about sugar? What about coffee? What about caffeine? What about alcohol? What about opioids? You know what I mean? Like, are we not going to have an even standard of legalization? Are we going to act like cannabis, an objectively less harmful drug than most of those things, is somehow worse and should be illegal while all the other ones are sold legally? I mean, it's not a reasonable argument, Hey, what's up, Walter? There's medical in Texas, Rob, but it's very strict. It's basically CBD. I don't know anybody that actually. The laws in Texas are so ridiculous. I'll put it this way, right? So CBD, the maximum THC content in CBD here, I believe, is 0.3%. 0.3% of THC you can have in your CBD products, right? So 0.3%. Texas, the legal amount for Texas in terms of THC content medically is 0.6%. And so it's literally like, okay, who is going to take the time and money to go get legally like written prescriptions for cannabis where it's only 0.6 relative to 0.3? Listen, you can just pop another gummy and get the same amount. You can pop another CBD gummy that's sold at a gas station and get the same amount as you would need medically. It's silly. There's no reason to get it here. And they know that. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Emmanuel? Yeah, well, the argument there, Asai, and I've said this many times before. It's something I truly believe in, and like I said, like I'm not even a cannabis user. I use CBD, um, and I've tried like Delta 9 and stuff for my stomach because I used to have like really bad acid reflux, and just a really bad sensitivity sensitivity in my stomach. But it's something that is just silly to me when you look at it objectively. I think it's just silly, the fact that it's still illegal. And honestly, another thing is like I support a lot of these cannabis stocks. If you look at like CGC, ACB, APHA, TLRY, Tilray, a lot of these cannabis stocks, I don't know. I think the argument here's a good question for this cannabis stocks, right? The question is, do you think legalization will be good or bad for these stocks? A lot of these stocks are specifically Canadian, right? And so if we open up the floodgates for US legalization, is that going to help them or hurt them? I think there is an argument for it actually hurting some of these cannabis stocks because if it's federally legalized, they're going to have far more competition, and we're not going to go to Canada to get our side of it. We're not going to go to Canada. We're going to most likely put it here in the US. And so I think legalization is actually going to be worse for some of these cannabis companies like Tilray. At the same time, though, I think it will allow them to branch out and open up places here, but I don't know. Right, exactly, Glenn. Hey, thank you, Del Rey. I appreciate you, brother. Uh, yeah, alcohol is far worse, objectively more harmful. Yeah, I use CBD every day. CBD is great, best sleep aid I've ever had in my life. No physical dependence, not a narcotic, doesn't get you high. It's just a great sleep aid. I use it every day. Um, like I have certain types of insomnia, and so it's like if I know I have to go to sleep. So like take last night for instance. I got less than 7 hours of sleep last night. And so I'm tired. Like I didn't get enough sleep last night, but I promise you, if I tried to go to sleep after the stream, I wouldn't be able to. If I know I have to go to sleep, I'm unable to. And so it's like CBD. A lot of the time I'll finish the stream and I'll take CBD and I'll sleep, and I'll actually be able to sleep for like an hour or two, as opposed to if I just tried to go to sleep after stream. Even if I'm super tired, I just can't go to sleep. And so I've got a certain degree of insomnia, and CBD has helped me a lot with that. Um, all right, so here's GameStop, 122.50s. Any not? I mean, I don't know. It has the legal amount, JB, legal amount. Um, yeah, so I think it'll actually be worse for them, Chris. All right, guys. So I'm in MF. We did bounce at 35. I was just about to cut it. I'm still in Immx. We're still looking at like Mullen. 126 is for Mullen. Yeah, and I don't know if that's the right way to do it either, Walter. I see your argument there, but do you think companies like Tilray are so far ahead of any others that are out there that they could pop up shops faster to win the race? I don't know, man. I think it's possible, but I think it's really nuanced, and it's something that will be very hard to predict. The only people that truly know, I'm sure, are the companies themselves, whether legalization fully or is going to be good or bad. And I guess what I was setting that up for is like, okay, do you think that some of these companies might lobby against federal legalization, specifically some of these Canadian companies, because they understand that the competition is going to be far, greater once federal legalization happens here in the US? Or do you think it's just not going to affect them at all? It might not affect them at all because it's just a different place. And so I don't know. All right, so bullish or bearish on GameStop? 56% are bullish ahead of their annual shareholder meeting. Again, let me know. Vote on the poll right now. Let me know what you guys are, whether you're bullish or bearish. Yeah, and if it gets legalized here, we're certainly gonna be the producers of it. We're not gonna go to another country to get it. That just doesn't make logical sense, in my opinion. Anybody else get burned by the Facebook announcement yesterday? I saw Facebook tanking. I didn't know why it was tanking though. So I don't know. Are y'all buying up Facebook right now? Let me know. I think there's a good argument for both sides. I think there's an argument, and I'm kind of torn on this matter. And again, I spoke on Facebook yesterday. The news from yesterday was that Sheryl Sandberg is stepping down as their, I believe she was the COO, right? Yeah, so she was the COO. They are appointing a new COO. Here's the thing with Facebook, right? Here's my issue with Facebook personally from like an everyday use perspective. Okay. I think that Facebook, I think their main problem is that people are going to be afraid to use them now. Okay, so Facebook has stories, right? And just to put it into perspective, and this is an argument I said yesterday, I think this might negatively affect Facebook. Facebook has what's called stories, Facebook stories, right? You can see who looks at your Facebook story. Facebook made it the other day where if you're scrolling down your story, and if you're scrolling down your news feed on Facebook, and somebody on your friends list posted a story, that it automatically watches that story for you, right? And so that person sees that you looked at their story, even if you didn't, even if you were just scrolling down Facebook, that person now sees you looking at their story. I think that's going to scare users away. It makes me personally want to use Facebook less because I'm not looking at any of these people's stories, but it's telling them I am. And I just don't like that. I like Facebook privacy. I think Facebook had a thing where you could kind of, have a certain degree of anonymity on it. And I think that's going to hurt their end goal. I think they're trying too hard to copy TikTok with short form content. And I understand because I think a lot of people see short form content, i.e. shorts or TikToks or Instagram and Facebook Reels as the future of content. At least that's what's hyped up and big right now. But I don't think that that type of design is good for everyday users. I think that's going to scare people away and bring people to use Instagram and other things more often. MySpace. Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Well, I don't think WhatsApp is as big anymore, unfortunately. I don't think WhatsApp is big anymore. And again, just going by my own affiliate experience here, like I talk to a lot of sponsors and stuff. I used to talk to them on WhatsApp. Over the last 2 years, I haven't used WhatsApp once. I completely deleted it from my phone, and I use specifically Telegram now. I don't use WhatsApp at all. And so I think WhatsApp is not doing that great. I think it's trending negatively, and I think that more and more people are using Telegram and others like it instead of WhatsApp. So I don't think WhatsApp is as widely used as it once was, and I think it's certainly trending down, in my opinion. But again, I don't know. Yeah, SPY bounce. And so let me know. You think Facebook is a buy or sell? Let me know. SPY is up to 411s, which is great. I'm still in MF. I'm roughly break even right now. We're down like $2 in pre. We're in MF with 300 shares. We're in Immx with 15 shares where we scaled in and out of it. Kind of going back and forth here. Trying to be as patient as I can with this. Telegram is like the new hot thing as opposed to WhatsApp. Who asked that? CT. So yeah, it's like an updated form. It's like a better version of WhatsApp. It's what I put it this way. I used to speak to all my affiliate managers and all that stuff on WhatsApp. I have not used WhatsApp in 2 years, and I speak with all of them, and a lot of them are overseas. Like BitGet is based in Singapore. And so I use Telegram purely now. None of them want my WhatsApp number, and I think WhatsApp will probably go out of business within the next 5 to 10 years. Probably. BTOG. John, don't know anything about Texas and Florida. You don't get prescriptions for med, THC, 30%. You get a card. You go to a proof site with card and get it. Yeah, well, if Texas had something like that, it would be fine. But Texas has nothing like that. It's 0.3% cap on THC, and and the hoops that you're gonna have to jump through just to get that. Like I said, okay, so I'll put it this way. Here's what it really is, right? In Texas, right? Say you need medical cannabis, all right, in Texas. Say you need that, all right, and even the medical cannabis is capped at 0.6% THC, right? And you can buy gummies at the gas station that have 0.3% THC in it. Are you going to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars and spend way more money going to a medical dispensary here in Texas? Or are you just going to take 2 gummies instead of 1 that you buy at gas stations? You know what I mean? And so for that reason, the Texas cannabis medical industry is a complete joke. And they've designed it intentionally like this. It's giving the people, it looks good from the outside, but it doesn't really do anything, is the difference. But John, how will the scammers in the comments get money from people if they use WhatsApp? Honestly, they're probably going to transition to Telegram pretty soon. Yeah, Texas has no state income tax either. Bid Origin Limited signs letter of intent to purchase 850 miners. Here's BOTG. Yeah, it looks okay. Volume's just, volume's not bad actually. So volume doesn't look terrible here. We'll see. Right, no casinos in Texas either. I know, man. Listen, I'm mad about it. Yeah, I mean, truth is too right, for me, too right wing for me. Again, I'm very neutral politically. I dislike both sides, and I try to stay out of both sides' bias and everything. I'd rather just avoid the entire realm of politics than support one side like it's my football team. You know what I mean? I think that's what they want you to do, and I would rather just not do it. RPTX is up to 11. We'll see if it holds. Volume started to look better, but then it kind of fell back a little bit too. MF is at 34.5 cents, 34.5 cents. So probably going to cover this pretty soon. I'm not going to hold this, $10 loss. We'll be all good. Yeah, exactly. They're all the same. Yeah, for me at least. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think the more radical you get on either side, the less intelligent you probably are. And I'd rather just be politically neutral, MF, still pull it back. I mean, it doesn't mean this is done. It's at 34 cents, 34 cents. What's Mullen's likelihood of success? Guys, let me know your percentage right now. The older you get, the more political you get. I don't know. I think the older you get, the more you watch the news, and that might make you more political. But I think, I don't know. Batteries is the only same 50-50 chance of success. I bought 3,000 shares of Mullen to sit and simmer, never produce. I Google image search the CEO of Mullen. I got a weird vibe. Bro, he was on the show. Like I said, man. I'm not trying to knock him, but I think that probably dropped the stock for Mullen. I think his appearance on that show in a t-shirt and Elvis bangs probably dropped the stock. I don't know what my man was thinking, but yeah. Mullen plans to deliver by 2025 at the earliest. It would be bought out for batteries, in my opinion. Yeah, I think that's the most likely scenario here, is that they're gonna get acquired for their battery technology. Yeah, but I got a lot of people I worry about. Listen, I got 2 kids. I got older parents. You know, I've got a wife, and so I've got people I care about too. It's not about that, you know. IMUX. Yeah, just big dump for IMUX. GFAI gapped up on some type of catalyst this morning as well. Pretty slow day. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Kyle. Yeah, hit the like button. MDB, MongoDB, gapping up some too on earnings. I guess the question today is, what's your favorite stock this morning, guys? We did the bullish bearish GameStop annual shareholder meeting poll. 56% are bullish, 44% are bearish. Yeah, the door is open for the shareholder meeting at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Are you talking about British Columbia decriminalizing possession? I don't know. I mean, I'm torn on the matter. I think that I don't think we should. I think the way we handle addicts is not right. I don't think we should get mad at the addict for being an addict. I mean, I think it's obvious. I think they need to get it straight, but I think it really is. This is something that broadly affects everybody. It doesn't matter class or status or anything like that. It affects everybody from rich to poor. And so I don't think giving drug addicts criminal records for having small amounts in their possession is the right thing to do. I think it's unnecessary. I think they might get a civil sign that doesn't show up on their record. And, you know, I don't think that should follow them for the rest of their life. Now, I think dealers, on the other hand, should go to jail for as long as humanly possible for peddling things that destroy humans. But, you know, it is what it is, and I'm not against them decriminalizing small amounts for possession. I'm not against that. I think that overall, we shouldn't be mad at the people using. We should be mad at the people selling it. And I think that there's a huge difference there. And I think that if we treat the people using it, it makes the stigma so large that they're not able to actually get help when they need it because they're afraid of getting in trouble, which it shouldn't be like that. It should be, you know what I mean? Uh, the I Am a Crypto Girl from American Mechanics. Jobless claims numbers are out. Yeah, so jobless claims numbers just dropped. For May came in at 1.309 million versus 1.32 million. So lower than expected continuing claims, which is good. Initial jobless claims for May came in at 200K versus 210K. So better than expected jobless claims numbers. And if we look at the SPY here, I'm surprised that this isn't causing the market to go up. These are better than expected. They're lower continuing jobless claims on both sides. Better than last time too. Initial jobless claims was only 200K versus 210 expected prior of 210. 1.309 million versus 1.325 million expected. So lower claims on both sides. I'm surprised the market's dropping. Why do you think that is, guys? Why do you think the market's dropping on this fundamental data that seems positive? Yeah. Yeah, I've had a lot of friends that have passed and stuff from drug use. And again, one of the stigmas is, makes it hard for them to get the help they need. And so I'm not really for arresting, them and treating them like criminals because they're addicts. I think that there needs to be a place where they can go to get the help they need without the stigma and without the legal ramifications of using. I think the suppliers are the real ones that we should be mad at, and that should be the real, legal risk of that. You know what I mean? Uh, all right, guys, hold on. I'm taking this hoodie off. All right, guys. So MF is back up. So MF did just get back up some. Hey, what's up, Smile? GameStop under the previous close at 120s, 120s. Immx is at 260s. SPY bouncing back up a little bit now, but MF is back up. Market wants to see slower job growth, but it shouldn't correlate to jobless claims numbers. Yeah, for sure. MF is at 36.5 cents. I know, but CT, man, listen, it's not really something I really want to continue to go argue about. There's a huge difference. If you can't understand the difference, CT, between cannabis and hardcore opiates or hardcore drugs, then you are the problem, sir. If you can't understand the difference, I'll put it this way. They've done studies that have showed that the toxicity for cannabis is right on par with coffee. Do you drink coffee? If you do, you shouldn't say anything about cannabis because the level at which the intoxication happens with both THC and coffee is roughly the same. If you've never had coffee before and you drink a cup of coffee, it's going to wildly affect you. Treating cannabis like it's some hardcore drug is again something that, in my opinion, brainwashed boomers tend to believe because they've been fed government propaganda for like 30, 40 years that says cannabis is bad. What they're really doing is they're towing the government line, because the government's making so much money from keeping cannabis illegal with the prison industry. They're also pushing like big pharma's line as well. Big pharma wants to keep it illegal because they simply make money, and they know that if cannabis is legal, it's going to cut out on their hardcore opiate prescriptions, and they're going to lose money in that way as well. And so again, not an argument, man, not an argument. Yeah, people got to get over reefer madness, man. It's a silly argument. It's a silly argument, you know. I don't need to go home and need coffee. Oh, bro, think about waking up in the morning without it, you know? I'll put it this way. THC does not cause physical dependence. Like, THC causes zero physical dependence. It does not cause you to have withdrawal symptoms. It does not cause you to have any type of physical dependence whatsoever. And so it's not the same thing, you know? Yeah, and it's just a silly argument. It really is. Yeah, dude, everybody's addicted to coffee. The big joke is like, man, don't talk to me in the morning before I've had my morning coffee. Like, coffee causes physical dependence, man. You know, drink coffee for 5 years and then stop and then see what happens, bro. You're going to get a headache. You're going to get nerves. You're going to get shaky. You know what I mean? It literally causes physical withdrawal symptoms. But like, Americans support it. You know, it's a silly argument. Sugar kills countless people every year. It's just a silly argument. Uh, yeah. MF is pulling back to the VWAP. I'm kind of tempted to buy it again. And it's all love here. I shouldn't have said brainwash boomer. I mean, y'all will be all right. But it's a silly argument. MF is at 35 cents. I'm kind of tempted to buy this. I gotta respectfully disagree, Tiny. I mean, you might have mental. They've done lots of studies, and there's no physical dependence of THC. There might be mental symptoms, of course, but there's no physical ones. They've done countless studies. Hey, what's up, Rick? Yeah, I don't really want to get into this argument. Cannabis does not cause long-term memory loss, guys. Again, to teach you about cannabis, okay, here's the thing. Whenever you're not on cannabis, your brain is analyzing, and it happens to a certain degree on cannabis as well, but like when you're normally, your brain is analyzing what's a significant enough thought to store in its memory locations in its brain. And so it's looking around saying, hey, is this important enough to store? Is this important enough to store? Is this important enough to store? And like, that's how your brain normally works, right? On cannabis, your brain doesn't do that as much. And so your brain is not as aggressive in analyzing what's significant enough thought and concepts to store in memory locations in your brain. And so it actually allows your brain to be a little bit more creative and wander more, because it's less focused on remembering significant things going on, if that makes sense, right? And so what that means is that cannabis will cause memory loss specifically while you're on it. So like, if you use it, you might not remember what happens, for the next 20 minutes after you use it. You'll remember it, but it's not going to be as easy to remember. You're going to have some memory loss from that. It's not like consuming cannabis causes you to forget what happened 20 years ago. It doesn't cause long-term memory loss. That's silly. It causes short-term memory loss because your brain is less focused on storing memories while you're consuming it, if that makes sense. Yeah, don't, yeah, 100%. Yeah, now we're just arguing all day about cannabis, and it's all good. Listen, I love these arguments; they're all fun and all, and it's all love here from me. But it's like, I think it's just incredibly hypocritical for people to push for criminal legalization or criminal prohibition of cannabis, considering how many countless objectively more harmful drugs are sold and legalized in this country. I think it's incredibly hypocritical, and just it makes the country and the world look bad to not have an even standard of things that are legalized in this country, unfortunately. uh, I have smoked. Listen, I consumed cannabis a lot when I was younger, and it had zero withdrawal effect on me. Never once did I get sick when I stopped. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you like to agree to disagree about Johnny Depp and cannabis, hey, this is the place. Yeah, it's all good. It's all love here. Right. Cannabis isn't worse for you. The cannabinoid system within your body has receptors. Exactly. We have cannabinoid receptors in our brain. You know, if you're religious, do you think God would design us to not consume it with cannabinoid receptors in our brain? But I bet you were coughing, hey. Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's silly, man. I think that we got too many people that are like, yeah, the big government's bad. The big government's tyrannical. The big government is stepping on our rights. They're super right leaning. They're like, yeah, anti big government, blah, 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 unless it relates to cannabis legalization. Then they're like, yep, lock people up. It's just kind of like, what? Like, not an even standard. Uh, we do eat trees, CT, in a lot of different ways. We eat tons of plants. Mullen, I don't know, man. The Mullen CEO, bro, I can't trust Mullen after yesterday, dude. It's starting to ramp up, though. It's at 133s. Maybe I'm just mad I lost money on Mullen yesterday. I bought Mullen ahead of the CEO podcast, and my man came on the podcast in a band t-shirt with Elvis sideburns. And then, of course, this is what happens from that podcast. Mullen just tanks here. And, everybody's wondering why. It's like, dude, it's back up to 133s now, though. Yeah, I don't know. Do y'all trust the CEO of Mullen? Let me know. If you have kids, would you allow them to? Not when they're young people, no. But if they're adults, they can do whatever they want. It's the same thing about if you have kids. Do you want them to drink a beer at night? No. But if if you heard about them in college drinking beer, you're not going to be super mad at them. I mean, it's a normal part of the young person experience. Again, I don't think any young person should. But with that said, I think it should be regulated and legalized for people over 21. Yeah, Sega actually looks pretty good. Sega, it's been very volatile the last few days. It's at 12.14s now. I'm long in Mullen, and that was terrible. The CEO was an odd one, and that interview has no substance. It was counterproductive for the sentiment after such great battery news. Amateur move. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. A lot of people are speculating that he might have shorted the stock, but again, I can't confirm or anything like that. We're just looking at it. MF is at 35 cents. Sega is at 12.18s. GameStop at 120s. I'm seriously screening CEO pictures before I buy stocks from now on. Yeah, bro. Honestly, I was shocked at my man's appearance on the show. I was shocked, you know. Yeah, and look, I'm even reading the comments of this video. I like my CEO in a suit, not a t-shirt. Yeah, I don't know what the dude was thinking, man. I'm gonna mute this. I gotta see what my man sounds like. Hold on one second. Yeah, I just got back from Colorado a few weeks ago. I went to Money Mitch's wedding in Colorado, like a month ago or so. And so yeah, I just got back from Boulder. I went to Money Mitch's wedding about a month ago. Brought the fam. Let us go on vacation with the kids. Hey, what's up, Daniel? All right, so Immx is dipping down. We're gonna cut this and just wait. It's not reliable enough, I think, to really bet on long term yet, unfortunately. And then we'll see what happens. But yeah, just gonna wait. I'll put it this way, right? Like this is the last thing I'll say on cannabis, all right? Because I think it's important for specifically the older population to understand this. Okay, like I have been there. I have seen how cannabis can be a gateway drug. I really have. I truly have. I have seen how cannabis can be a gateway drug. I truly have. Right? Keeping cannabis criminalized creates a black market, creates more crime, creates a gateway drug aspect of it. You know, the reason it's illegal, the reason cannabis is a gateway drug is because you have to go to an illegal drug dealer to get it in a lot of states. And what do drug dealers do? They eventually offer you other things. And that is 100% how it turns into a gateway drug. That is 100% how people end up trying other things that they didn't initially expect to try, is because it has an illegal aspect to it. You have to go to off market, no regulation, worse for consumers. And people are going to consume cannabis regardless of its legalization status. And so keeping it illegal is far worse for our children. It's far worse for people in general. And it's far worse for the country. And it's not arguable. I have experienced this firsthand. I understand it completely. And, you know, again, from somebody that has used it historically and seen how that type of thing happens, that is 1,000% how it happens. And so keeping it prohibited, just like alcohol in the early 1900s, is far worse for people. Far worse. And it's not really arguable, in my opinion, you know. Anyways, that's the last thing I'm saying on it. I will respectfully ask y'all can comment about what I just said, but after that, let's just move on from it. Let's talk about stocks. Slow day. I mean, we don't really have much movement, so it's kind of a fun conversation, but regardless, do want to move on from it. Anyways, GameStop 120. Immx didn't hold. We still got MF here, and again, I'm kind of tempted to buy the VWAP dip, but I think I'm gonna wait. Sega is still pretty volatile. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely watching Sega. What was the other one? I mean, we're watching Mullen. Here, I'm gonna mute this real quick. I gotta see how this Mullen CEO sounds. I really do. Hold on. I do want to thank everybody again for helping me hit 80,000. Thank you guys. I appreciate the support. I really do. All right. All right, here's my problem. I just kind of watched a little clip of the Mullen CEO. Here's my problem with him. I got a few problems just based off of his appearance. Number one, like I've said earlier, my man, throw on a freaking collared shirt, bro. Number two, fix your sideburns, bro. You're not Elvis, man. You know, this is 1970, okay? Like, do whatever you want. Number three, stop copying Elon Musk. You know, you're not a billionaire. It doesn't come off the same. Number four, don't go on any more podcasts if you're not going to say positive things about your public company, you know, because it just ends up tanking the stock, i.e. like yesterday. So, I mean, That's my uh, that is my recommendation for him. It also looks like he might have had plastic surgery, like specifically injections of his lips. Not 100%, pure speculation, but like I don't know. I just don't know what he's doing with his money over there. In terms of CEOs, I want to see stability, and I just don't know if I see that from him. And like I said, Mullen's interesting. I've been watching and trading Mullen for the last few days. It's at 130s right now. Genuine suggestions. I think if he did those things, it would be much better. But if he's not going to pump up his stock, why go on the podcast? EFOI. Yeah, Mullen's actually starting to ramp back up though. It's at 130s right now. 130s. Have you heard the CEO of Palantir? He isn't the best at PER either. Yeah, for sure. Mullen CEO doesn't have a great history. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, listen, I'm not knocking him. Let him do his thing for sure. Like seriously, he can do his thing. I'm not mad at him. Um, the problem I have with the influencer culture. Here's my problem: is that everybody uses a freaking filter, bro. I literally saw somebody on TikTok or Instagram the other day telling people how young people always say they look. They're like, yeah, everybody always tells me how young I look. And it's like, bro, you got a filter literally hiding your wrinkles. Of course you look young. You got a filter hiding your wrinkles, bro. Like, of course you look young. Like, is this the state of our like world right now? Crazy. Did Cassie do a reverse split? CASI? And I'm just gonna piss everybody off, but everybody's gonna hate me after today's stream. So Cassie did a 1 to 10 or 10 to 1 split. So Cassie did a 10 to 1 split is what this is. So bullish or bearish on CASI split? Maybe all the suits were at the dry cleaner. Have you traded futures with Top Step before? Yeah, I've traded them heavily, but But here's the thing, Lane. I've got a $30,000 account in stocks, right? So instead of buying the E-mini, I can just buy the SPY directly, and so I don't need to trade futures with Top Step. But I have before, and it's a great platform, great company. But of course, I'm an affiliate, so I'm biased. But yeah. All right, so Immx bullish or bearish, guys? Let me know. Gamestop shareholder meeting is today. It's dropping at the shareholder meeting is happening at the lobby opens up at 9:30 or at 10:30 Eastern. Starts at no, the lobby opens up at 9:30 Eastern. Opens at 10 a.m. Eastern, I believe, right? Yeah, all good. MNTS. Yeah, let me know anything else you see running. I see Mullen start to creep back up. It's at 130s. PDSB starting to grow a little bit here. Good volume, looks like. Yeah, good volume for PDSB. Let me look at the catalyst. So they won an FDA fast track status for their head and neck cancer therapy for PDS Biotech. So PDS Biotech FDA fast track designation, and they are up to 450s right now, ramping up here. Looking at the float size for this stock. It's currently 27 million in the float, pretty small short float. So it's a smaller float. It's not tiny, but it's small. It's only 100 mil market cap. So it's a small cap as well. Small cap company, less than 30 million in the float. So it's smaller. It's not tiny though. And yeah, it's breaking highs right now. It's up to 450, testing that $0.50 support level. MF move, GameStop on the move. Let me know anything else you see that looks interesting. Yeah, the PDSB news is they want FDA fast track designation for their cancer drug. Redbox ramping up. Let's see. Yeah, Redbox, guys, up to 610s for Redbox. It's up to 609, 610s here. So Redbox is going. 614s. Let's see if it holds up there now. PDSB still testing those highs. Watching Mullen as well. $615s for Redbox. VTVT, yeah, it just didn't do anything. Yeah, you know how it goes, Tiny. All right, guys, Redbox up to 620s here. Just broke the highs of pre-market is actually way up there at 630, but Redbox is starting to ramp up. It's at 620, 630s here. So let's see if it holds. PDSB pulling back a little bit. I'm a little bit tempted to buy the dip, but I think I'm just going to wait. All right, so there's Redbox up to 630s here, guys. Redbox starting to ramp right now. Redbox is creeping up, starting to push hard. Up to 635s right now, 635s. Yeah, I mean, I've got social media. I mean, I'm on a social media platform right now, but I think YouTube's a little bit different. This is more a content platform. Um, Again, I think the worst content for people is short form video content. I think it absolutely destroys the attention span and dopamine reward system of your brain. 644, 645s for Redbox here. Hey, all good, Tiny. Don't worry about it. There'll always be money to be made in the stock market. That's the beautiful thing about it, Tiny, is that there'll always be money to be made. Even if you miss some crazy move today, there'll be another crazy move another time, and so it's all good. Sleep better at night understanding that. You know what I mean? Like there's always money to be made, Tiny, and just do your thing. Um, Spy heading south again. Let's see. Redbox up to 650s, over 650s. Spy at 410s. Technically green on the day, though. I mean, yesterday was a pretty brutal day, but we're still holding over 410s, which, is great. Here's the last, what is this, a 10-day chart? Yeah, here's the last 10 days. We're still technically green over the last 10 days, although I do think this low right here at around 407.50 is important. It's the 10-day green or red level, so we'll watch this level as well. It's kind of the low from here also from yesterday, right around 407s, 408, I think is what we'll call it. But who knows? Redbox up to 650, tapped it, now pulling back to 640s. Yeah, for sure. The cool thing about the trading market is that there's so many different niches of trading. Redbox dipping down some. And so it's like, if one's not working for you, you can always pivot to another one. That's what I, genuinely enjoy doing, is both swing trading and day trading now. So I day trade every day, but I also swing trade. Our last one was on Disney, and we're just kind of waiting for our next one. I don't know what we're going to do here. If Disney drops heavy enough, we'll buy that dip. But let me know what your favorite swing trade stock is right now. Usually, again, my go-to setup is looking for healthy companies that are beat up. And Disney was the last one. I bought it around I bought it around 102s or 103s, I think, maybe 104s. And we sold at like 110, 111 yesterday. Held it for about a week and got out. And I'm still pretty confident in Disney as a whole. If it dips down to that $100 level, I might buy it right back up and just kind of ride that thing again. And who knows? But again, let me know any overextended stocks that you think are healthy. Nvidia is another one. I'm pretty confident in Nvidia. It's at 180s right now, 150 lows. And so I might buy the dip in Nvidia as my next swing and then maybe hold it for at least a month, maybe, is what I'm planning on doing. Maybe not, though. Don't copy me. No idea. Nvidia might just crash down for all I really know. But it is something that I'm considering, and, we might end up doing it. But again, let me know what your favorite swing trading stock is. Disney was a killer call, bought at the $100 level, up 10%. Nice, Joshua. Yeah, man. I think Disney just has so many assets that it's inevitable that they're going to go up long term, in my opinion. But I might be wrong, of course. Yeah, the short interest on Redbox is crazy. And like I said, Redbox is the first real short squeeze I've seen in a while. Like, Redbox is specifically the first real short squeeze I've seen in a while. You get a lot of people calling everything short squeezes because they're so used to kind of GameStop and stuff like that. But everything's not a short squeeze, Redbox is the first real one I've seen in a minute. I'm afraid to hold anything longer than a day or two right now. Spy's making me feel like I should start exiting. Macy's. Yeah. CCL could be a good buy. It's Carnival, right? Yeah. I don't know. Cruise might be interesting. Cruise might be interesting. United Airlines, until it gets down to 25, so I'm not really interested in it. Nvidia is the one I'm kind of looking at. Warner Bros. Yeah. We'll see. Hey, what's up, Ilham? I appreciate it, man. Kindergarten Cop. It's not a short squeeze. That was my best Arnold impression. Don't sue me. Arnold, my man. SPY just broke red though. SPY is technically red on the day now, down to 409.30. SPY technically red on the day right before the open, about 12 minutes before the open. So SPY is technically red right now. All right, 409.60s for the SPY, so technically green again, getting rejected at that previous closing price though. So we're battling it now. GameStop down to 118s. It might just be following the broader market though. Redbox at 635s, pulling back to that 630 support level, but the SPY just broke red on the day, unfortunately, guys. So that's not good. All right, guys. So Redbox back up to 640s, 650s. SPY rejecting at that 409.60 level, right around the previous close. MF still looks okay. Redbox consolidating. Let's watch to see if 630 holds support is what I really want to see. All right, so I did buy some Ford earlier. Did it work? I haven't even looked at it, to be honest. No, it did not. Luckily, it was 30 shares, so pretty insignificant. But the Ford news that came out here was that they're going to convert nearly 3,000 temporary employees to full-time ahead of schedule. They're going to invest $1 billion in 5 years to improve the U.S. workplace environment, and they're going to add 6,200 manufacturing jobs to the Midwest, create 6,200 union jobs, investing $3.7 billion in EV gas engine production, according to the Wall Street Journal. And so, yeah, they're going to receive at least 100.8 million in state incentives, and they're going to invest $2 billion, create 3,200 jobs in Michigan. So this just dropped. I'm not sure why we had a initially negative reaction to this. I'm in 30 shares of Ford. What do you guys think I should do? All right, now I feel like I'm in a rave with this song. I feel like 2009 John is back. I'm going to change this. Yeah, big tech names have just been dragging the market down for sure, Aaron. He said, take a turn, dragging the market lower. Microsoft, the latest passive portfolios. Yeah, Microsoft, man. Sava. I saw Sava yesterday. Went absolutely crazy here. But yeah, Microsoft getting hit. Big drop. Microsoft dropped revised fourth quarter numbers, 2022 revenue guidance $51.94 billion to $52.74 billion. Revised the fourth quarter guidance for operating income. So yeah. Ford GTs were super dope, man. I always wanted a Ford GT. I always wanted a Ford GT, a Toyota Supra, or an Acura NSX. Those are my 3 favorite cars. Also, a 300Z's probably in there as well. You can tell I'm kind of a tuner guy as a whole, but yeah, 300Z's were thrown in there as well. Twin turbo specifically. Never got any of them though. Also, a WRX STI was one of my favorites too. But now I want a Tesla. I don't know if I'll ever get one. Microsoft down to 260s, bad earnings. Big tech just tanking the market lately. Looks like Microsoft put in an earnings beat though, no? 2022 revenue guidance 51.94 to 52.74 billion. Fourth quarter EPS guidance 2.24 to 2.32. Company cut its fourth quarter EPS and sales guidance below analyst estimates. Okay, so that's what it was. Bad guidance here. Okay, so they think they're going to do worse in the upcoming year. So in the upcoming quarters, I mean. So we'll see what happens. Microsoft down to 260s, dragging the SPY down. So, you know, that's going to negatively affect everything else. Sava. Yeah, Cassava Sciences just got hit, though, the other day, right? Or no, they ramped up to 37, down to 26s now. Chewy. Looks good. Just went to a 3-day rave last weekend. Pretty fun stuff. Yeah, raves are always fun. I'm a little bit too old for it now, though, but I'm not going to claim that I've never been to a rave or had some fun with some techno music back in the early 2000s, or late 2000s, I should say, not early. 84 is a little bit too old. I don't like the older ones. No offense to yours, JB. I always like my favorite Supra would be like a 94 twin turbo Supra or something like that. Redbox down to 628s. Still in Ford right here. Starting to bounce back up. So what should I do here? I'm in 30 shares. SPY getting rejected here, mostly from Microsoft putting in bad earnings guidance. Down to 266 for Microsoft, and this is directly negatively affecting the market as well. Any 1969? Yeah, 1968, 1969. Mustang, Charger, Vet. You know, those are the good ones. Anything past the 70s is just not good. Anything past like 71 when the emission restrictions increased, you know, just not into it. All right, guys. Redbox at 630s right now. 630s. Hey, nice, Geo. Yeah, man. GTO. Yeah. I always wanted a Viper, but as I've gotten older, the Viper engine just doesn't make sense. I've heard the reliability problems of a Viper. I've heard of just a lot of issues with Vipers. Overpriced relative to the motor that you get in it. You're mostly paying for looks in a Viper and just not worth the price right now. Yeah. Redbox popped up to 640s, guys. SPY actually turned green as well, even though Microsoft hasn't really bounced that much. Here's the Ford stock that I'm holding still with 30 shares. I think we might run up some. I mean, the news they dropped was pretty substantially good. And yeah, I think holding this one, for me, I'm okay with holding it. Y'all do me a favor, hit the like button as well. Also, subscribe, guys. Like I said, we broke our subscriber $80,000 or 80,000 subscriber goal. So shout out to you guys. We broke 80K. I appreciate the love. Really do. All right, guys. Redbox consolidating here. Ford's still down. SPY technically green, but not very much green. We got about 11 minutes, guys. Yeah, for me personally, guys, minimal issues with Vipers. I'll have to check them out. Prowlers was dope. I had that Prowler poster, that yellow Prowler poster on my wall as a kid. What I mostly messed with as a teenager and young person, I had mostly JDM cars, and so VTEC JDM cars. So I had a Honda Prelude. I had a buddy that had a GSR, Type R, a few other cars that my friends had that were really fun. I had one that had a, it wasn't a 240. What's the Japanese version of a 240? It wasn't the actual Japanese version of a 240. It was swapped out for the motor. He put the motor in it. Man, what is it? Somebody will help me out. I'm just drawing a blank. I usually know it. Sylvia is what it was. So a Sylvia. My buddy put a Sylvia imported motor into his 240, and it eventually blew the motor. Yeah, RX-7s were dope. Yeah, I had a Prelude, really fun. 98. It was a 5-speed VTEC. You know, it was really fun. But yeah, the Sylvia motor. I had a buddy, and at the time he didn't know a ton about cars, right? And so he put a Sylvia motor in his 240 body and raised the boost up. I think it was like he raised it up to like 20 or 30 pounds of boost. And I told him at the time, I was like, look, man, if you're trying to run 20 or 30 pounds here, I was like, you're going to have to lower the compression. You're going to have to get new rods, new pistons, lower compression pistons. You're going to have to just rebuild your internals, because if not, it's not going to be able to sustain that high level of boost long term. And you're going to eventually, blow a motor. And he said, nah, man, it's fine. The Sylvia can handle it, and sure enough, within like a month and a half, his motor was over with. And it kind of goes to show, you want to run high boost, you got to lower compression of your pistons, and you got to rebuild the entire motor to be able to handle that type of pressure. And most people don't. Most people get so excited about boost that they just kind of raise the boost levels and blow their motor trying to look cool, unfortunately. Yeah, I had that H22 Honda Prelude with VTEC, bro. Everybody thought I had a turbo. It was really just VTEC, It was fun, though. It was a fun car. I had a cold air intake on it, and it whistled a little bit when I hit the gas. Everybody thought it was a blow-off valve, Anyways, Mullen up there to 127s. I got to stop talking about cars. I'll talk about that, too. But, yeah, we got 8 minutes, guys. Let me know what you're watching. Hey, thank you, Rodrigo. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. Good to see you here. Yeah, for sure, Walter. Yeah, 1970s, those emissions, man. Those emissions restrictions just ruined all the muscle cars of the 60s, Yeah, those GSRs, Rob, were dope, man. All right, so Ford, I don't know. I'm still in Ford. Small, though. Such a small amount of shares relative to the range here, I think. SPY is kind of riding the red to green level at 409.50s or so. What is VTech? VTech is valve timing. It stands for valve timing and electronic control. It's just a larger... So, like, your camshaft has a bunch of, like, what looks like guitar picks that spin around, you know? And they open your valves. And when your valves open, they spray the air and fuel into your motor, which your pistons compress, and then the spark plug ignites, blowing the motor back up. And then your exhaust valves open up through the camshaft. The camshaft opens up your exhaust valves, and then it lets all the air and fuel that's left go out to your exhaust pipe. Is basically how a combustion engine works. What VTech is VTech is a longer cam lobe in your cams that keeps your valves open for a little bit longer than normal, thus allowing more air and fuel to get sprayed into your motor, which equals more power basically. And so it would activate at a specific RPM, and if I remember correctly, VTech activated at like 3,500 or so. And so it felt like you just get this big boost of power at 3,500 RPMs because your valves were open longer and had more air and fuel sprayed into them. And that's what VTech is. Anyways, Redbox at 618s. Ford is at 1350s. Yeah, I always like it. I had my first car was a Mitsubishi Eclipse. Old piece of crap, but it was fun. I dogged that car out. You scared me. No, I'm just joking. You didn't scare me. You coming on stream? You up right now? It's 8:30. Hey, good morning. All right, guys. Redbox got a big sell order coming in. It's at 610s right now. 610s. Hey, you as well, Jay. Thank you, brother. You as well, man. Yeah, those are fun, Cal. Yeah, honestly, that's what I want, Larry. I want a Tesla Plaid. That thing runs. People underestimate how powerful those things are. 2 second quarter or 2 seconds flat. It's like 2.2 second 0 to 60, 9 second flat quarter mile, which is absolutely ridiculous. SPY breaking lows though, testing 409s. SPY testing lows at 409s, guys. Ford up to 1360s. SPY at 409.20s. Yeah, let me know. Hopefully we just get some volatility. I've had a pretty good week this week. I haven't had a losing day, I don't think, this week yet. We've only had, it's only a 2-day week so far because it was a short week. Monday was Memorial Day and the market was closed. And so, but I think we've ended green every day this week, I believe. And I know my Disney swing trade certainly helped with that, but I think excluding that trade, I still think I would have been green every day outside of the Disney swing. So good week. Hopefully the volatility continues. You know, it's really easy to trade whenever the market trends this well, where we get really obvious and specific trends like we have over the last, week or so. And so who knows if that type of volatility will continue. It is later in the week. And so I'm hoping it sustains and we get some good trends to attack this morning at the opening bell. But again, we never really know. And, all we can really do is hope and just trade and keep within our risk management system to protect ourselves, even if the market doesn't trend necessarily well. Redbox is up to 614s. Ford is at 1350s. And so we're watching that. And yeah, we'll hopefully get some movement at the open. MF was moving too. We lost on MF earlier though, so I'm kind of mad at it, but MF is at $35. We lost $10 on this one earlier. But yeah, it's holding at the VWAP. We'll see if it continues. SPY testing that 409 low, which is right under the previous closing price. So like that might be indicative of support holding and maybe getting back over the previous close, but we got less than 2 minutes at the open, and we'll see. Talons were fun, man. I always wanted a GSX or a GSR. Eclipse specifically, they were pretty unreliable though. But yeah, I never had the turbo one. Like I had a regular RS, I think is what it was called, Eclipse. So a non-turbo, naturally aspirated vehicle. And it was fun. I had the GSR spoiler on it though, so everybody thought it was turbo, and I had a cold air intake that whistled, so everybody thought it was a blow-off valve, and that I had the turbo version, but it wasn't. Super slow, ran like a 16-second quarter mile. Brought it to the track too. Terribly slow, but fun first car to have. That thing was a bucket, if you will. But it was fun to drive and mess around with and work on as a teenager. Yeah. So, anyways, red box at 6. We'll see if it holds support. All right, guys. Yeah, they were fun. All right, SPY at 409s. Hey, baby. All right. Carol got her hair done yesterday, so everybody tell Carol her hair looks good, because it does look good. It's more blonde. She kind of went blonde.
I just got my roots done.
Looks good.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you.
there you go. All right, guys, here's the bell. Good luck, team. Bell's going to open up right about now. Redbox testing the VWAP pre-bell here. Here, if you want this. Here, I'll put this right here. There you go. All right, but you are right at the opening bell, so I'm going to have to focus on the open right now. SPY up to 409.60s, 409.60s, Redbox at 620s. There's the open. We're going to switch the scanners over to regular here. Gamestop at 118.60s. So we're watching Gamestop here as well. Again, they do have the annual shareholder meeting. That's today at, I believe, 10 a.m. Eastern in 30 minutes. Redbox is at 615s right now, 615. SPY dipping down some. We are in Ford. That is flying up there some. We are actually green in Ford now, so luckily I held. Like I said, I thought we might ramp at the open. SPY breaking under that 409 low. So SPY just turned red on the day in the last like 30 minutes, and it looks to be continuing to fall here. We'll see if it does.
Oh, thank you, Tiny. Appreciate it. And Mike.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Sometimes it's hard because sometimes I might see a comment come through, but John's like talking. He's, going over stuff, so it's...
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, that's what I do,
Yeah, when I traded Tesla, y'all remember
John should go blonde. I've never dyed my hair ever in my life. I've kind of had the itch to do it,
No,
I watched How I Met Your Mother.
Don't let him lie to you.
Ted went blonde in How I Met Your Mother. I was like, hey, maybe I should go blonde.
Yeah, but you know that his mom was putting his son in his hair when he was like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, kind of, but it wasn't super
I've
blonde.
seen the pictures. And of course,
Yeah,
with
but
his
my
son
hair was
in-
naturally blonde as a child too, though.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures. They have y'all were a little bit kind of like Jack.
Yeah, like my hair was blonde when I was first born, and then as I got older, it turned brown, basically.
Yeah.
Redbox started to creep up to 620s. SPY breaking lows, though, so SPY's looking weak right now, unfortunately. Scanners just opened up, too. GameStop down to 117s. Redbox still testing these highs up there, but the SPY is just dumping down here. I think that's going to drag a lot of different things down. Just a blonde beard? That's more like a reddish beard. If you guys saw it up close, it's mostly reddish. It's kind of reddish blonde is what it is.
Some blonde in it. It's just a lot of red.
Yeah.
Red, brown, and blonde.
All right, guys, SPY pop it up a little bit. We're going to short into this. It's a big drop at the open, but we're going to short into this and see if we get a rejection down on the SPY. MF running. All right, we're in Ford still. I think I'm just going to let that sit. There's MF. I wouldn't call this running yet, but it's getting there. All right, we're going to cover our first short of the day on the SPY. See if we get another pop. We'll short into another pop if it sets us up for one. All right, we might break lows here, so we're going to add here and then maybe add 50 shares up to 408.50 and then cover if it breaks. MF breaking highs. Ooh, big pop here for the SPY. We're in 50 shares. Probably going to have to cut this. Yeah, we're going to cut it. I don't want a huge loss. $16 down, unfortunately, but all good. MF is trying. Redbox is really the one squeezing up, though. It's at 640s right now. The Q is actually starting to turn around, too. And so the Q is trying. So we'll let the trend play out a little bit. PMCB. Man, PMC's trying. Yeah, AMD is ripping up nicely here. So that's good. Still in Ford. All right, we're going to short a little bit more into the SPY. Oh, I did not want 50 shares. I just accidentally bought 50 shares. I guess I'll hold this just in case we get a flush. There we go. Okay, not bad. We'll cover. Down wick could be indicative of weakness or strength, I mean. I'll break even on this last little bit. We get a rejection here. I'll short some more. Q starting to break down, which is good. SPY trying to break up, mostly break even here. The longer it consolidates in this candle without going anywhere, the more I'm going to be confident in it. And, oof, man, brutal drop again. So we're going to wait now. There's no real trend to attack, and we've lost in the last, like, 3-4 trades. So we're just going to chill and wait. All right. Yeah, Redbox is creeping up. It's at 630s. We're watching it. All right. Yeah, it's fine. All right, SPY looks like it faked me out a little bit here, unfortunately. But that's all right. As long as we start to trend in an upward trend, then we're okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, I just didn't. I do. But my coffee in the morning, I just usually just drink it regular. All right, we're going to short into the SPY here. We are setting up a little bit better for that upward trend. We'll cover a piece, 15 shares left. See if we get a flush. There we go. A little bit better. Ford has actually gone green now, too. Patiently waiting on the SPY. There we go. We'll go ahead and cover here into that weakness. So starting to get a downward trend on the SPY. Down a little bit on the day, nothing heavy. Watching the SPY and Q, though. Q looked pretty weak here. Q just got a big rejection and just broke lows here. So we're going to short a little bit into the SPY on that move just because the Q did a big drop. Or no, wait, the SPY did a big drop. I'm sorry. So we're going to short a little bit into the Q here is what I meant to say. And we're going to be patient with it. Kind of a choppy day right now. Got a little bit of pop on the SPY. We'll short a little bit into that with 15 shares. And got stopped out on the Q too. So just getting some fake outs a lot today, to be honest. We're not really getting any easy direction to attack. We'll keep this short just in case, but right now we got a choppy market. First real choppy market we've had all week, and so it might be time for us to have a losing trade. But yeah, we'll see. Slightly green on this Q trade, or SPY trade. Redbox still battling 620s. GameStop might come back up. MF basically turned all the way around. Immx is trying. All right, I like the upwick here, so we're actually going to add to this 30 shares of the SPY. Yeah, look at Immx ramp. Maybe we should have held this one. All right, about break even here on the SPY. Not really liking the way this one's moving though. It's taking too long and it's not really picking a direction. So we're just gonna cut it and wait now. Now my hand is completely off of this. We're actually green in our forward trade, but yeah, the more we're poking around, the more we're losing, and so we gotta wait for any type of trend to set up here. Right now we're purely sideways, and that's okay. No, it happens. Green in our forward trade though, which is nice. Huh? All right, there goes GameStop popping up to 119.50s, guys. Red to green move on GameStop at 119.60s. No. Look at GameStop rip here, guys. GameStop flying up. Wow, 121.50s, guys. GameStop flying up here, guys. Huge rip for GameStop. Wow. GameStop up to 122s here. 122s. Scalping AMD right now as we speak. Treat me a little bit better than the SPY is. All right, we're just going to cut that. GameStop testing that previous closing price, guys. Let's see if it holds now. We're going to add to AMD on this dip. 15 shares. Pretty small. So far, though, guys, just be careful. It's a really choppy market day. You know, it's not an easy day to make money on the large cap stocks. All right, we're going to cut AMD there. Maybe add a little bit more here. Yeah, GameStop's flying up at 121.50s. Might add some more to AMD on this dip. I didn't really get the best entry, but that's okay. All right, 30 shares of AMD. Cutting a little piece here, 15 shares left. All right, we're in 30 shares. We're going to take a little bit of sizable position on AMD right now. All right, we're in 50 shares. $50 shares. Trying to be patient with AMD, but this is a big pullback here. SPY looking a little bit better. Yeah, Immx up to 270s, guys. 270s. Ugh. Yeah, no direction is really holding like in my scalps, guys. So we're going to get out break even here on AMD, unfortunately. Sheesh, man. Try not to get faked out on this candle with AMD because a lot of times fake outs like that happen. The real problem we're running into is the sideways market, though. There we go. It's better. There we go. We're going to get out here. Unfortunately, yeah, we're going to take the little $10 loss there. That's not bad now. All right, much better. Maybe AMD gets right back up there. Maybe I should have waited to buy the pullback, but yeah, GameStop flying up, guys, at 123s right now. 123s. Looks good. Redbox getting up there, too. Ah, man, got faked out on AMD, unfortunately. Big pullback there, too. My forward trade, luckily, is doing pretty well. AMD ripping up here, guys. Market's starting to finally do better. Yeah, it's just such a choppy market. Market, Q, SPY, both completely sideways. I'm going to try a smaller position now on AMD. Ford, big turnaround. GameStop up to 124s, guys. Huge rips right now. Huge moves for GameStop. Great news. Waiting for this market sideways range to break. GameStop broke highs again at 124.40s. Wow. Ford getting back up there, but man, GameStop flying, guys, at 125s. 125s. GameStop said its inventories hit 918 million at the end of the quarter from 571 mil at the close of the first quarter. They vied to improve its in-stock levels to meet increased customer demand and offset supply chain headwinds, is what they said. Made a little bit from the Q here. Redbox back over VWAP. Still in AMD small. All right, we just bought another 10 shares of AMD. We'll see what happens. Small position. Cut it. HUSA rip. Yeah, I am Immx up there. There's Redbox rip. HUSA is trying. Redbox creeping up towards highs. AMD faked me out again, it looks like. It means I probably just shouldn't trade it. Too many big down wicks and then reversals. Maybe I should add on the down wicks next time. We're actually riding up some, though, on the Q, which is trying to go green on the day, while the SPY kind of looks red. GameStop still popping up, breaking highs at 126s right now. Here's the SPY. Here's the Q, I mean. I'll take 15 shares of the Q. Look at GameStop fly, guys. 126.60s. A bunch of little cuts in my trading, you know, like a bunch of little small losses over and over again. Still down less than $50 on the day, but not an easy day to make money for me. There's just no momentum, unfortunately, and outside of GameStop. I'm hoping the SPY holds here, but it doesn't look like it wants to, so we're just going to get out there. What are you guys trading? PDSB? Yeah, PDSB starting to curl up. Looks like a U-shaped breakout pattern. All right, AMC starting to break. Right back up. Catching a little bit on AMD here. Cut that, made a little bit there. AMD ramping up now too. AMD breaking highs. Ford looks like it wants to bounce. Q just broke highs. So Q is technically green on the day. AMD just broke highs as well, so that's probably helping the Q up, as well as Tesla ramping. SPY still sideways, unfortunately. Redbox squeezing up big here, guys. Redbox squeezing up big. Wow, Redbox at 670s, guys. Redbox ramping up 680, 690s here. Redbox, wow. Pure chop today so far, though, outside of some tech. Redbox finally getting the first pullback candle here. AMD finally dipping down, still in Ford. Q getting back up there. Look at Redbox fly, guys. 702's Gamestop bouncing off a 124.40 high. Such a slow day right now outside of that, though. Large caps are slow, but Redbox is ramping up. You want to see how sideways the market is today? Look at the SPY. The most sideways market I've seen in a minute. HSDT. You can look at it. PDSB pulled back some. Here's HSDT. What about Mullen? Mullen sideways too. The only one that's kind of treated me well was AMD, and it's been a battle all day too. About $20 green in that one. Yeah, GameStop ramping. What's up, E? GameStop at 123s right now. Redbox squeezing up too at 680s. Previous closing price. If you're not watching that level, you should be. You can see how it pulled back directly to that previous closing price. It bounced directly off of that too. All right, love you. All right. All right, market's starting to come back. Maybe. I'm going to add to AMD here. 30 shares of AMD. You see me just kind of going back and forth today, though, which means that mostly choppy market in these. We bought the dip in AMD. Cut it. Now we just got to wait. Very sideways day. SPY is really sideways. Q is a little bit better, so tech looks like a little bit better, mostly from like AMD and stuff like that, but we got to just wait now. Yeah, Redbox's about to tap sevens, guys. About to tap sevens here. 7 is right here. We got the 710 high at 709. GameStop bouncing at the previous close. SPY correcting heavily here, or the Q is correcting heavily, so tech is. SPY is already kind of on the breakdown. All right, big drop in the SPY. So the SPY is dipping down here. Q is falling down with it. SPY's testing the lows of the range. AMD, everything started to break down. So the SPY itself is breaking down right now. The SPY, the S&P 500 is breaking. SPY is choppy sideways. We're just going to wait now. Looks like it wants to go red, but you never know when it's at these lows, especially when the SPY has been pretty sideways all day. So betting that the sideways trend is going to break before it breaks and holds is usually not a fun bet to get involved with. Just kind of waiting here now. If we get some follow through, maybe we'll attack it. GameStop still holding pretty nicely at that previous close. AMD kind of getting back up there. Maybe that makes the SPY bounce, but just not a favorable day right now for a broader movement. GameStop did bounce at the previous close, and then Redbox is pulling back down to like 650s, 670s. Just checking back, but crazy how much the sentiment has changed on the poll for GameStop. Yeah, there's just not really any market to attack today. It's one of those days that eats traders' accounts, and so it's like you might feel the need to like risk more and to double down and get frustrated because you're losing and just add to losing positions today. Don't do it. Today's a very difficult, choppy day if you're trading large caps, mostly sideways. Very difficult to predict the trend. It keeps going back and forth between highs and lows on the SPY specifically, so the S&P 500. And so there's not really any easy trend to attack. Even if you look at the Q here, it's pretty stagnant in between the VWAP here, so y'all be careful. Now, we do have GameStop, which is really solid right now, up to 123s, 124s. Redbox is squeezing up some too. It's at 670s, and so those are definitely moving. But if you're trading large caps, just be careful. Yeah, we're definitely red. We're red about $75 right now. So not a fun day, but we haven't had a losing day outside of today this week. So very green week still. But we're down $75, you know. And with that said, we're just going to slow down on our trading completely. Only trade if we get some really obvious momentum, you know, to attack. AMD starting to break highs as well. GameStop at 123. So yeah, GameStop and Redbox, like I just said, look great. Great momentum there for sure. But if you're trading large caps, just be careful. Yeah, this is my regular mistake, trading when there's no trend. Yeah, and it's an easy mistake to fix. You just got to limit your trading on days like today. If you're normally trading large caps, now today's not the day for it. You know, there's no real trend anymore. Now we got GameStop making rips. AMD is one of the blue chips that I do see making moves. GameStop and Redbox and small cap land are doing pretty well. GameStop holding really nicely and obviously at the previous closing price. And so those look pretty decent. But you know, like I said, large caps, you'll get yourself in trouble trading today. So just trying to give you the update on both markets. You know, small caps, GameStop, Redbox, which are small cap companies. I'm pretty sure GameStop is as well. I know Redbox has a small cap, small float. GameStop has like a medium float, but they have their investor shareholder meeting going on right now. So we're going to watch the reaction to it. Here's GameStop at 123s, 124s. Redbox starting to creep up, and the Q just broke highs, which is a good sign here. Hopefully we get some nice volatile momentum to capitalize on. Ford's starting to ramp up too. I ended up selling mine, unfortunately, so maybe I should have held it, but yeah, PDSB's got some good volume. I like the volume on that one. Nice sustainable volume so far. Yeah, here's the SPY. Just a hard stock to trade today. Cube looks a little bit better. Ford coming back. Yeah, I see Ford starting to ramp back up. Here's Ford here. RPTX is probably one of the best penny stock rips right now at 1190s too. 1219 at the high, so we'll see if that level breaks. GameStop pulling back. You can see it pulling back to the VWAP and that previous closing price. Also, guys, I do want to tell you, if you want to trade like me, check out BitGet. BitGet is really dope because BitGet allows you to do everything you want in the crypto market. You can also trade with some other cool stuff here. Here's the futures market on BitGet. You can trade the futures market on BitGet with leverage. And so you can go long or short in crypto. So if you want to get involved with the crypto market's got a pretty tough day. But even if you want to short BitGet in crypto, you could short Bitcoin with up to 125 times leverage here. So you could short Bitcoin with ApeCoin, for instance, they'll give you 50 times leverage. So you can trade with 50 times leverage on ApeCoin. And so you can trade with leverage on BitGet. You can go long and short, no PDT rule in the crypto market. So you can day trade and short crypto on BitGet. Company is regulated in the US for US users with KYC verification. And so you can trade them if you're in the US on BitGet with leverage with no PDT rule. You can also copy other profitable traders, and BitGet's a sponsor of our video, of course, I can't guarantee you're going to make money in any of these niches of trading, of course. Any of these niches, I can't guarantee you're going to make money, but if we look at some of these traders, Trust Me has made $218,000 for copiers, and you can copy these guys trade for trade. He's made $44,000 himself. He's got 167% ROI on his trading so far with them, and I can follow him like this. If I go to follow here, I could specify how much I want to follow. If I go to multiplier, I could say, hey, follow him 2-to-1 sizing. If he buys 1,000, I buy 2,000. Or if I want to take smaller sizing, 0.25 to 1, and I can buy 25% of his size. I can give myself stop losses, all that good stuff here as well. Say, if you lose over 200%, get out, or whatever you want to set it to. And then they also do bot trading, so you can set up bots on BitGet as well. So look at futures trading here. You can set up bots, do all this cool stuff on BitGet as well. And it's just really dope. They just recently added this bot platform. Even if you just want to regularly invest on BitGet, you can buy Bitcoin Cash or ETC or XRP or TRX or Chainlink. You can buy all of these on BitGet and just regularly invest. And then they do have competitions as well. If you look at the King's Cup, 100 Bitcoin prize pool on both sides, 100 Bitcoin prize pool on the team and individual battles here for cryptocurrencies. And so really, really cool. Crypto platform. You can use them if you're in the US. So if you're in the US, you can use BitGet to trade. And again, depositing is super easy. You just go to buy crypto and you say, I want to buy, $500 or whatever it is of Bitcoin using Apple Pay, Visa, MasterCard, Google Pay, and you'll get your coin within 5 to 30 minutes. Again, they do allow US users. I'll post this link. They are a sponsor of our video. And so it is a great way to help support your boy here. And I'll post this link. Support the channel, guys. Certainly appreciate the love and support. And let's keep on growing. Here's the BitGet link. Check them out. You can do a lot of different stuff on crypto on BitGet too. Hey, what's up, Walter, my man? Also, guys, if another way you can trade like me, and today might not be the easiest day to trade, but if you look at the SPY and then you look at the E-mini, look at RPTX run. If you look at the E-mini here, here's the E-mini. And so you can check out the E-mini. You can see they do the exact same thing. Look at this price action. It's the exact same thing. And you can trade this left side here with no PDT rule in futures. And Top Step funds traders in futures. They give you a demo. If you can hit their target while following their rules, they'll fund you between 50 up to over 100K. They're the gold standard of funded account programs. The split is 80% once you're funded. They've been regulated in the US around for over a decade. The gold standard. They're really the funded account programs everybody else is copying off of. And if you want to check out and get around the PDT rule, again, you can trade this left side here with no PDT. Same thing as the SPY. So same exact scalping strategies as me in the futures market with no PDT rule on Top Step. And again, Top Step funds traders. And so check out this link here if you want to try to get funded. Even if you don't know how to trade the futures market, a lot cheaper to try it out on Top Step than it is to put up the money yourself. Top Step, you get 20% off if you use my link as well, and you can see the link in the description right there. All right, so here's RPTX. Yeah, Redbox is still creeping up there close to sevens. Almost to sevens here for Redbox. Yeah, for the most part, SPY and Q are hugging the previous closing price, so just nothing really good that looks like right there. RPTX just dumped down to 1150s here. 1150s for RPTX. Redbox just pulled back. There's GameStop popping here. GameStop up to 123s or 124s here. It's trying. Watching AMD pull back a little bit. SPY pull back. Q pull back some. Just waiting here. No real edge for me today. Redbox with a big sell coming in, down to 660s for Redbox. Brutal sell order coming in here. Down to 660s. GameStop still looks very strong at 124s. GOVX flying. Yeah, GOVX over 2s now. Over 2s, and it looks good. Looks good. Volume's coming in. U-shaped breakout pattern. Hopefully it holds. GOVX pulling back some here. We'll see if it holds down there. What big earnings don't we have today? I think we have Lulu today, right? All right, we're scalping a little bit from the Q now on this rip. Cover a little bit more, getting this nice surge. 10 shares left. Yeah, we'll cover there. Take the green. Starting to get a bounce in AMD too. Tesla's starting to break highs at 760. So Tesla's been really strong today. GOVX is now pulling back to $2. Mullen looks like he's good ready. Yeah, we're watching Mullen. SPY ramp it up too. There's GOVX. GameStop up to 126s. Market's starting to move here. SPY start to ramp. Just made a little bit more. Scalping the SPY down like 50 something, 55 on the day now. Hopefully we start to get some good momentum coming through. Q up to 307s. Bullish action coming through in the market. Technically a green day now. GameStop dipping down to 124.50s. Hey, what's up, Mo? Yeah, for sure, brother. Choppy day, dude. All good, though. Got a new candle about to open up and everything, so. Starting to get some type of trend in the Q and the SPY. Down about $50 on the day, so it's not a crazy big L or anything like that. Scalping the SPY a little bit easier now. We're going to add some more to this. 35, maybe get in with 50 shares if we can. 45. Get an easy 50 in. Let's see if we get a pop here. I don't mind letting the dip happen to the previous close and taking a little swing. All right, close to break even on these last few, down $5. Trying to be patient here, watching everything else Tesla break highs, or try to at least. There we go. Not getting the pop we want from this though. Trying. There we go. Covering. AMD broke highs, Tesla broke highs as well. That should propel the SPY higher, I would think, right? Starting to creep up with the SPY. I might actually add on this pullback here. There we go, covering. Gonna hold the rest 25. I'm not gonna hold too deep under 410s for the SPY. And as I say that, it just rips under it. We're going to go ahead and get out here. Break even trade now. Yeah, I see Tesla trying to run. I was also looking at GOVX, but it didn't do much. Here's Tesla, which is definitely influencing like the rest of the market here. Getting a big dip in AMD. All right, just kind of hanging out here watching Tesla to see what Tesla does. Tesla consolidating up there. Really, we're Tesla. We just want to see it hold over 260 or 760, I mean. It's been so green on the day, though, that, like, who knows if it'll keep going up. SPY dipping down. Yeah, if the market doesn't hold here, I'm just going to cut it. Market's just sideways and slow. GameStop's consolidating. You know, no reason to keep poking around today. No real edge that I'm finding, at least for the most part with this. Also, guys, before I close it down again, check out Top Step. Top Step's dope. BitGet is really dope as well. Check it out. I'll post this link here. Man, I got so many links up. Hold on, let me find it. But yeah, check out BitGet. BitGet's really dope because what BitGet allows you to do is trade crypto futures with leverage. And so you can trade crypto futures with leverage. If I go to BitGet here, it'll allow me to trade with up to 125 times leverage, either going long or short in Bitcoin. And so I can trade with leverage, going both long or short in Bitcoin. I can short Bitcoin. I can go long on Bitcoin. If I put up 1,000, it'll give me 125K to trade with. So pretty substantial here on BitGet. I can also do it on ApeCoin or any of these other cryptos as well. Get a bunch of leverage. And so if you want to check it out, I'll post this link here. You can also try copy trading here. Here's copy trading on BitGet. You can find which traders are the most profitable and copy them trade for trade. If I go to follow here, I can get up to, this guy made 167%. And so you can copy this guy trade for trade. You can see he's made copy traders 218K on here. So he's made copy traders $218,000. And so really dope way to trade. And again, you can copy these guys trade for trade on BitGet. If I go to follow here, I can copy them and then say, hey, if I want to trade a multiplier here, I could say, hey, I want to buy it with 2-to-1 or 3-to-1. Follow mode, so basically leverage, or I could just do fixed amount. I could say, hey, give him $2,000 to trade with, and if he makes money, and it'll take the same trades. I can give him stop losses, all that good stuff here. You can also do bot trading here. If I go to strategic trading, they actually have bots where you can program bots to trade for you. I can go to spot investing and just regularly invest on BitGet, and depositing is super easy. You just go to third party buy crypto. I can use Simplex using Apple Pay, Visa, MasterCard, Google Pay, all that good stuff. Here, I'll talk to you in a second. All that good stuff. And if you want to check them out, I'll post this link. They are a sponsor of our video. Sorry, my headphones died, guys, so I can't hear any music. But if you want to check out BitGet, great video. I can't guarantee you're going to make money in any way whatsoever with them. I can't guarantee you're going to make anything. Not an investment professional. Don't sue me. And so here's the link for BitGet if you want to check it out. Like I said, also check out Top Step. Top Step funds traders and futures. Single easiest way to get around the PDT rule. You can trade the equivalent of the SPY and the E-mini. The E-mini is basically the SPY, and you can trade it in the futures market with no PDT rule. You can short, go long, all that good stuff on Top Step. There's that link. The last plug I have for you today, guys, and I try to keep my plugs to the very end of the stream, but the last plug I have for you all today is Webull. If you sign up and open up an account with Webull right now and deposit anything, so if you open up an account and deposit anything on Webull, you get 5 free stocks. 5. Cinco stocks with opening up an account and depositing any amount, like anything over a penny. I think they give you 5 free stocks. So check it out. I'll post this link here as well for Webull. Where did that link go? You can find the link in the description. But I got a Webull link. Here it is. But yeah, to get the 5 free stocks, check out the link. Yeah, green to red market. No, just no fun to trade. But yeah, good luck, guys. Love you all. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Again, thank you all again for helping me hit 50K. I really, really, really appreciate it. We did hit 50K this week, and or 80K. I'm sorry. We did hit 80,000 subscribers this week. So I appreciate you all. Much love to you all, guys. Appreciate the love and support, team. I really genuinely do. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Good luck. Be careful. Hard market to trade right now, but yeah, fun market. So good luck. Make some money or not, and stay safe. Good luck, guys.